Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thanks for listening on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, those watching on YouTube, and those also listening to the podcast. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Jasmine, Sidhu,
but you can say Sidhu. Remember Sidhu like seducer.
Okay, actually, I got to try to remember that.
That's her Instagram.
Yeah.
But pronouncing it, I don't want to make sure.
Seducer.
Pronounce it.
Sidhu.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, see? Tommy's woke.
I'll eventually
my
figure it out.
coworkers.
Did you just
Whoa.
About my coworkers.
Today on the Hangout, we will get there in about 30 minutes or so. I've got the list here of all the finalists for the awards for the 2024 ESTYs that will take place at Metro next week.
Yeah.
Get your tickets, Matt at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And the trophy, I don't know if you guys have seen it.
No, I can't wait.
Oh,
So cute.
There is
nice.
the ESTY award for this year. It's in front of the long drink box, but that is the Hangout Guest of the Year award. The rest are at my house.
No, I did not see it.
But there is
Well done, Matthew.
what is looking to be won a week from today.
This is very
so
good.
Excited.
This is very good.
Yeah, good job, Maddie.
I like that.
Good job, Edmonton Sports Talk, and best of luck to everyone. And then, I got the list. No one knows who the finalists are but me. And we will get to it shortly. Where it's all in alphabetical order. So there is no. It's not most votes to last votes or anything like that. These are just all the 4 finalists for each of the categories for the ESTYs, which takes place next week. Again, get your tickets, Matt at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. It's going to be a ridiculous night.
I agree.
It's going to be great. I will pick up my suit.
You did get a new
I went and bought one of Simon's.
Yes, you did. You took
I did
Tommy's
it, got
advice.
it done.
Yeah.
I had found it, got the time, but I did see on Amazon you could get a tuxedo for $100.
Hilarious.
That look actually pretty nice.
For $100, you know that thing's falling apart after one
They're
wear.
like a costume.
Yeah. But if you got it tailored, like the only reason I didn't actually continue with it is it would be just too baggy.
I think you made the right choice.
If I had time to get it tailored, I would have probably got that and got it tailored instead.
Now, Nielsen's family's going as Game of Thrones.
Are they?
Dusty.
What?
Whatever.
I think he just walked.
Yes, they are.
He does not seem too
What?
thrilled
Did I
by
miss that this
one.
morning? What? Really?
It's some kind of like medieval motif because they were gonna do like 1920s, 30s, and then they changed their mind. Now Rick's looking for a cane.
Oh, yeah.
He's put
That's
it out there.
sick. That's your suit?
No, this is the one on Amazon.
No.
What? That's really
You can get
nice.
away from that.
That's my point. Like
That's good photography.
Yeah, that's right. And then when you get it,
Yeah, it's
all
enhanced.
wringly.
Yeah,
there it is, the red.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Burgundy,
there's a couple
technically.
pictures that they had.
Ripping before you even put it on.
It's loose.
Oh.
It's not good.
Okay, well, that's
But
an
you get it
actual review
tailored.
picture.
Yes, you
You
get
know
this
what? I wonder
stuff
what they're gonna
tailored.
say.
Well, people
he
actually
obviously
liked
read
it. I gotta see. Where's the other one here?
I'm gonna have to put my tux on to make sure it still
Wow.
fits.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and exactly, but the fitting, we
If
spoke,
you
if you
have
get
to
it
go get-
tailored.
You'd
I
have
can't
to
believe
get
I'm saying
tailored.
this.
Yeah, you do need to get that tailored. Sneaker's awful, by the way.
Hey, you don't like that look. You
Let
can't
me
stand
see
that
the
look.
sneaker part. I like the sneaker. I know you always.
Jasmine with a tuxedo?
No, not with the tux.
With a suit.
It's a suit.
Even that I don't like.
Tux,
not a
absolutely.
fan.
Tux is the whole 9 yards. You do the whole thing,
If
top
you're
to
gonna,
bottom.
yeah, exactly.
It's but yeah,
Class
I saw
never
that.
goes out of style.
No. No, it doesn't. But there you go. So if you need a last second suit, I'll say it right now. Amazon.
If someone
it's there,
pulls that off,
$100.
please tag the show or something. That'd be hilarious.
I don't think we'd fully know. Tommy doesn't like
Saw it on
it, but he
Marketplace.
likes good clothing.
I think
he likes good clothing.
I try.
That's why he goes to Modern Measure.
Yes. That's I'm gonna go see the boys today. I think
you?
Richie, Jared, I'll stop by. So be ready. No, I won't have a beverage. They do a really. I sent Jay there.
Yeah,
They got
he
a
went. He
suit.
loved it.
Yeah,
He came and he was raving about it to me.
These are local guys that give a damn about their sports teams, obviously, and then the suits that they make. It's not just suits too. Like they do jeans, they do jackets, everything.
Strutty should go there.
A hidden jewel in our fair downtown.
Strutty struggles with jeans.
Well, Jared and Richie would get him fit for some nice custom jeans that he could wear under his tracksuits. And away we go.
I learned that athletes have a tough time with jeans.
Because they have big thighs and booties.
And
right.
There was an article written on like ESPN and I asked Strutty about it. And then Strutty was explaining it to me that, it is very hard for them to find jeans that fit. Well, Jasmine hates jeans, so don't wear jeans around
Maybe that's
Jasmine.
why, though.
I avoid jeans too.
Just joking.
Although I did tell the boys, I'm like, I'll get a new pair of jeans from them. But Belzy has the build of a football player. And I mean, obviously he was a great skater when he played. When we were getting measured up at Modern, I think it was Richie, he looked at Jared, he goes, Sean is built like an NFL football player. And he's like, his thighs are 32. And Belzy, like with the saddest, like most honest look on his face is like, that's why I can't wear jeans, guys. And he got a pair of custom jeans and he loves them. So thank you for giving them a shout out.
Of course. Oh, no, yeah, Jay, I raved about them.
Yeah, they're great.
And a place to go check out.
Yes.
And were you just getting ready for the cocky season?
Who?
You.
Yeah.
You're going, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm going to go stop by, say hi, because they have partnered up with us again for the upcoming Hello Hockey season, which gets going in the next couple of weeks. Also, we should just hammer out details on that off the mics.
I know you want to get to this part of this, but Box Pounder and the Nasty Chat, it's on a Tuesday, so I plan to dress like Doc Holliday, so I can say, that's a hell of a thing for you to say to me, to the guys, and how lewd to the ladies.
Nice. Box Pounder. Happy anniversary to you and your wife. Also, happy anniversary to Rob from the Grove. And a big shout out to one of the sponsors of the Reed Wilkins Show is Happy Birthday Preet from Gallo LLP Accounting.
Wow, a lot of people celebrating stuff right now.
Yeah, it's a happy days.
No kidding, because it was Jason and Andrea's anniversary last week.
That's right.
I think it was Andrea's birthday last week.
Yes.
Yep.
Nasty's just all over this. Maybe that's something we need.
What?
The daily Nasty shout out. Like,
Well, they did
send in your
conch in the morning.
but that's only 6 in the morning.
Yeah, and that's early.
Email in that announcement. We'll on one of the shows we'll make it like the announcements, and
I
we'll
try
go
my
out
best
there.
to like quickly skim over the chat to see if I, because I'm working, so it's hard. But shout out, especially Box Pounder, because he was one of the first nasties that I've met. That guy's awesome.
Shout out to Furnace Man Dan. If we're doing shout outs, I like this.
I like that
It's
name.
like the polka dot door where it's like, I see Timmy, I see Susie, I see Monique. We're like doing that right now, which is good. Good vibe. And
Good vibe.
You're getting some love, Maddie, via the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. Tommy, can you thank Matt for the hat he gave me? Glad he had one for me.
Who's that from?
The name didn't show up on the phone, on the app version.
I think they're trying to. I think that's a lie. I don't think I gave someone a hat. I think they're trying to, in case Jasmine wants her
me
hat.
and Maddie just brawl
So I
right
think
now.
they're just saying that.
Oh, you're getting, okay.
Because I'm not sure who I've given a hat to. I haven't given a hat to anyone. So that's why I was wondering who sent that one. Dean Belanger. It was my anniversary last week. Well, happy anniversary.
Happy
to you too,
anniversary.
Dean, like it's everyone's anniversary.
Yes.
Now I'm very intrigued who texts that. Because the only other hats there have
sign the
been
text?
has been
No.
there have
Unsigned.
been Golf Classic hats. I will do that. Who is this one from? I'm very intrigued.
But it doesn't show, like
It doesn't show on
I
mine.
tried to be pretty diligent since we started to save names.
Well, but they do save.
Usually they do.
But I've noticed that they don't come in on the phone now.
Sometimes,
There's
yeah.
like I remember. I think there was yesterday where I noticed it was Rip City texted. It was him,
And his number.
but his number wasn't showing up.
Interesting.
And so that's where sometimes now that part is messing. Because I didn't give anyone a hat.
Big Maple, happy 6th anniversary to you and Mrs. Big Maple.
I like this.
Joelle, tomorrow's my eldest son's 24th birthday.
What's his name?
And my youngest son starts work at Calgary Flames Arena tomorrow.
No, nothing there. Sorry.
We're just...
Just joking.
That's the saddle.
Just kidding.
Oh, that's Scalding Gourd.
That was Scalding Gourd?
Yeah, because he says, Tommy, I'm poking the bear. Yeah, he was. I picked up on it.
Okay. What's
I
that
picked
scalding
up
gourd?
on
Well,
it, scalding gourd, trying to get Jasmine to go. Why did he get a hat and I didn't
Oh,
get a
yeah.
hat? And
I was getting-
I don't have
the
hats.
sass was about to
Just
come
straight
out.
up. I don't have any hats outside of an EST Golf Classic hat. And Jasmine doesn't want one of those because she has one of those.
I do. And by the way, about the hats. So, okay, you know how you have like that rope right now on your rim? Did you notice that the 49ers have that too? So that's like this nice little detail to the hats now, eh?
It's a thing since last year. It's
Yeah.
become
Is
this
that what it
thing,
is?
Come
especially
back.
golf.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's a golf thing mostly.
I don't mind it. I used to hate it when I was younger because we had them, 80s, 90s. And then remember like the corduroy material hats? Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're back in style.
and I hate them.
I don't know. They look good on some people though.
they're so
I
heavy.
saw a Muddy Al one. It was not too shabs.
Anyway.
I want to continue with these Penner's Pancakes. Today's 29 years since I first met my wife at Garden 95 at Limestone Hall. How time literally flies. And then VR Montenegro. My goldfish turns 3 weeks this Thursday. So
VR, man. You're
happy
fired.
3 weeks old to your goldfish VR.
Way to go, Mike.
See what happens when we just, open it up a little bit.
Yeah. It's Tuesday.
Legit.
Oh,
September
good
20th.
times.
Yeah.
Good times.
So, ESTYs. Well, you guys
ESTYs.
are, oh yes, I'm sorry. ESTYs.
You keep going back to that thing,
Yeah,
that website that you get crafts from and all
You're
that.
right.
Yeah.
I ordered from there. They
Do
make
you?
good decals. Yeah, I got like a McDavid decal and stuff from there to put on my phone.
Decal?
Decal. You guys didn't ask me what
which
I'm
one is
wearing.
it?
What?
Decal. But we have
say
Canadianized a few words. Pasta instead of pasta. People here say Mazda instead of Mazda. And decal instead of decal.
So it's decal, but we
they're
say
joking.
decal.
Yeah. There's a
Okay.
Cabo. Canadians say Cabo.
Cabo.
Yeah.
Who says cabo?
Who says Cabo?
Canadians.
I don't think I've ever heard that one. If you're
Yeah,
using
it's
that
not
one's
good.
weird.
Yeah.
Cabo.
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 That just sounds way better.
Cabo.
Going to Cabo.
That's a weird one.
Oh yeah, for
Going.
sure.
What are you
Going to
wearing,
Canada.
Jasmine?
I know, like, because they asked me. Actually, I need to decide between two dresses.
So you don't even know.
Oh boy.
Well, one's like a safe bet. Safe bet. I've worn before. One I bought from Simon's as well.
Nice.
But I bought it last year, and now the zipper just goes just a touch, just trying to get it up there. So maybe if I can do it by next week, I can wear that one. So summer pounds,
Yes.
What color?
I know.
One
I
is
do the same
black,
thing.
and one is that emerald green color that you have that
Okay.
suit with. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's been somebody with the Italian Center messaged me because a couple of their people are going to show up, and he's
Excellent.
like, I see the black tie. Is that a joke? And I was like, well, yes and no, like formal,
Yeah, we want to do
but
it nice.
not full black tie. Like it doesn't have to be full black tie.
Yeah.
But I also understand that I'm not going to turn anyone away fully at
Right.
the door. Like
you can show up.
you
in
show
shorts
up,
and a
I'm not going to be
t-shirt,
like,
yeah.
you're denied entry. You can't
No.
come into
But
the
you
metro for
will look.
ESTYs.
You'll look out of place.
You'll be out of place
and you
a little
gotta,
bit.
be respectful to the ESTYs.
Right. The sanctity of the STs.
It's prestigious.
Yeah.
Well, and we were joking just at the, I don't know if you guys heard at the end of the morning show, we're talking about the idea of doing a press release and sending them out to like the news outlets in Edmonton afterwards. Congratulations to this show for winning the show of the year at the ESTYs, but do them for all the awards.
You know what? With
And
some
fill
of
their inboxes.
Matthew,
really-
with some of the stories that have been making it onto the local news, I wouldn't be surprised if ours did too, because it is slim pickings, man.
I should send it also beforehand, and then, yeah, if you want to come cover the ESTYs,
Yeah, come on down.
We'll have an area to talk to the winners.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You could get a couple one-on-ones with any of the winners that you choose.
Get a one-on-one with.
We'll have the behind the scenes, the
J
embargoed
Mel.
room that
Yeah.
you usually have at the awards where they know who all the winners are, and they could wait, and when the winner comes, they could come and have their chat. And
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Happy
Happy birthday, Mario Joel's 21-year-old.
Clausen's coming,
Excellent.
who he also took the day off months ago.
Wow.
That is
Yes.
so cool. I heard he said that, right? That guy's a legend. And then the whole Suge Knight beef.
a
I can't wait
boss.
for that either.
Yeah.
With Zach, oh my God, it's going to be too good.
Rapticum.
Yeah.
Zach dropped his last name on his sports reads yesterday. I was noticing.
What was he saying?
I'm Zachary Kubish.
Oh, he was actually. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I was like, okay. No more Zach to come, hey?
It's a mix.
It's a mix.
It'd be weird to be like, I'm Zacticum.
Yeah.
With your sports update.
Yeah.
I do get that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. This Trev doesn't say his name in the manual, I don't think. When he
No,
did them.
but you doing it, I was like, reminds me of the old days.
Yeah, I just kept it as the old place.
You know what? It
And
sounds great.
It's also just like muscle memory type thing that you just go
Nice
that
and
way
smooth.
with them. So
Very smooth.
it was fun doing a little bit of sportscasts the last couple of weeks. I hadn't done sportscasts in like over a year. So I went to do them again. It was just, it felt like home. Dawson Nielsen saying, nice to see you, Tommy, at the Elks game.
Yes, good to see you too. I saw a lot of nasties there, actually. It was fun. It was fun.
Oh, at the game, I saw.
You were there.
I saw
and you were
Ryan.
giving Trev like a bunch of passes.
Yeah,
to the
me,
field.
Trev and his crew. Shout out to his crew. Very nice. I met the
nice.
roommates. They're really
Same.
nice. Very nice. And I saw Ryan from Ryan Luke's.
Whale and the Wolf?
Yes, Whale and the Wolf.
Ryan
And
was there?
Ryan was
and
there
Haley.
with his
Oh, yeah?
beautiful wife
Harris.
and baby.
Oh, they were nice.
Yeah. Because I saw his.
Just the three of them?
Yeah.
Or were they?
I saw Haley really quickly. I saw Ramai the day before.
I saw them three.
Yeah.
And then I saw, the thing is, I was walking and I saw the EST hat and I'm like, I got to go up to this person. It's a nasty. And the next thing you know, somebody moved over and it's Ryan.
See?
Oh, he was wearing his hat.
Yeah. And he was wearing his hat.
There you go,
And I
Scalding Gourd.
recognized
Ramai
it.
got one. You didn't.
Because Ryan bought one when we had
I
stock
know.
still.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought it.
Yes.
Hashtag hat.
He wasn't given
What, it was a hat for Jasmine?
He wasn't given the hat. The official drink of the EST Hangout. It is the Finnish long drink.
Had that too.
Did you try it?
I had it this week. I had two.
And what'd you think?
So I had the 0 sugar one and I couldn't believe it didn't have sugar in it. I couldn't believe
amazing.
it. It was so smooth, so good.
Tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Goes down easy.
Yeah.
Dusty wasn't wrong when he told me, like, once people have it, you just need to try it once and you'll want to keep having some of these.
It's legit a soda. Like it's a
sparkling
soda.
water.
It's a sparkling water. Like I couldn't believe that there was gin in there.
Yeah. TheLongDrink.com/Canada. You could enter in your postal code and find which liquor stores in Edmonton might have stock because not everyone has it just yet, but it's just coming to Canada. And they are now the official drink of the EST Hangout, which we're going to need to get more of
Have you
soon.
tried it, Tommy?
I haven't had this one yet. I have had like long drink when I was in Finland, and I loved it. And I'm imagining it's very similar. Bronco Nick, by the way, says Hugo Boss Alabama cut works for hockey players who want jeans if they got that hockey booty.
Hugo Boss?
Hugo Boss Alabama cut.
Yeah,
For all
well,
the hockey players out there.
they'd have the money for Hugo Boss.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
That's not just for everyday
Not cheap.
purchase all
It's
the
a good
time.
brand, and it's like
great
it's still in style after like 20 years. It's still going strong. You know what I mean? Like it's still relevant,
It's a
still
good name.
trendy.
It's a
Yeah,
good brand name and stuff.
Yeah.
They know how to
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
up to date with
Yeah.
things. You guys want to get to the...
Let's. This has been fun.
Yeah, it's been chilling.
It has
It's
been.
chilling.
Time to get to the announcements of the finalists for the awards at the ESTYs. Next Tuesday, Metro Cinema, $10. Matt at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, 6:15 doors. 7 o'clock is the show, the after party at Hudson's White. I believe Rita and Jay, they will be doing their show from Metro
Excellent.
in the lead up. It is a licensed venue. We're looking at probably 200 people being there
Excellent.
next Tuesday
Yes.
for the awards. Here we go. The first one, Exit of the Year. No particular order, alphabetical.
I know who I voted for.
Lieutenant Eric leaving Birdie Boo's launch. Normology leaving the Nasty Bash.
Yeah.
Tracy Sticky Rice leaving Hudson's Watch Party. And X-Ray J leaving the Nasty Bash. There is your finalists.
Oh, those are your finalists. Okay.
for the Exit of the Year. which will be
X-Ray J,
awarded next
what
week.
a imprint you left on all of us that night.
I love that he's such a good sport about it.
Yeah, otherwise
I really
we wouldn't be
respect that.
discussing this
Yes.
fully right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, good for you, X-Ray J.
Congratulations to the finalists.
Exit of the Year was for an exit from an EST event. Guest of the Year, which excludes the Hangout,
Got it.
Bruce Boudreau,
Nice.
Love his cussing.
Craig Button, Luke Gazdick,
Beauty. Of course.
Yes, all right.
Oh, gee.
and Will Fraser.
Yeah.
I voted for Phrase. I'm going to admit.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I voted for
He was on
Will's great.
just the one time, but it was memorable for people. He was
Yep.
on for the hour.
Yep.
It was the first episode of the Nielsen Show. It was the second hour, right after we got our audio issues fixed.
Oh my.
But then Luke Gazzola coming in wasn't with us at the old place as a guest. Comes in, puts himself on the guest of the year, and it Craig Button's he's just
Craig
rock
is
solid.
a gentleman and a scholar.
I think he's better with video than phone too.
And he's very
Seeing
casual
him?
most of the time. And then when he gets suited up, he doesn't mess around. There's a guy with good style.
Yeah, and you're right. And I also appreciate his commentary. Like, it's not so, pumping the East. Like, he actually likes the West Coast teams and talks a lot about them, without the whole...
He lives in Calgary.
Yeah. So he's out west, so he has the time to watch some of those games. By the way, this is going to be Hangout Headlines, which is brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club, offering premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time by visiting theranchgolf.com. So, that's going to be an interesting winner of the Guest of the Year. It's a tough four.
Category.
That's a tough four. There was a lot to choose from with Guest of the Year. So
that list kept going, and I was like, whoa.
Too bad Gazzola can't come to the ESTYs.
Maybe one year we'd have the money to fly everyone out.
And maybe Joel would come too then.
Maybe.
How this also will go is all these finalists now will get presented to my panelists of 4 on the committee, and they will vote 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll be weighted based on spots, and then that's how we'll determine who the winner is.
I ran into one of the panelists at the football game.
Did you know?
I did. It was lovely to see them. I will not divulge.
Absolutely. I was trying to figure out which one it was.
I will not say.
Episode of the year. Are we ready?
Yeah.
EST Hangout with Jonathan Torrens, Alice Moran, which would also feature Joaquin Cage, Tom Gazzola, and Matt Iwanyk.
That one was a lot of fun.
I love that episode.
It's crazy.
It was funny.
Edmonton Sports Talk live at the Larry Thompson introductory press conference at Commonwealth Stadium.
Very proud day.
Which featured Reed, Tommy, Dusty, myself, Jay, Kamish, Rick Lawlisher, new owner Larry Thompson, and his wife Deb.
And Jolene, I think, was on that one too, right?
That was the Hangout. That wasn't on our live coverage.
Okay.
We're going to get Jolene
following all of that. The Nielsen Show, where Corey B got a tattoo.
Epic.
And we gave away a Vegas trip.
Epic.
All in the same episode. The camera on the corner with Corey getting his tattoo. From Cat.
Gager's neighbor. Yeah.
And the Nielsen Show, the first ever episode on September 6th, 2023.
That was a day, man.
There are your episode of the year finalists for the ESTYs. Texter of the year.
This is where it got really hard.
Oh,
Did it?
I have to keep
This is
changing
hard.
it.
Yeah.
How much time did you guys put into yours?
It took me like an hour.
Yeah?
So I
go
just tired the
through
next
the
day.
whole thing, yeah.
Same. That's why I had to remember I was telling you I was watching Fallon and I'm like, no, I got to unwind and really concentrate.
Yeah.
Fergie's prostate said he really enjoyed this exercise. He had a lot of fun
bet
with
he
it.
did.
But I'm glad people took their time with this.
Yeah.
Texture of the year, which apparently now it's a little bit thought went into this.
Yes.
Rip City Step.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yes.
Surveyor Brett.
It was a
Yep.
good one.
Tube Socks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vance Van Vandervan.
Well, Vance Van Vandervan always takes my heart. Going back to the old spot. Yeah. So I'm partial to him. I'm not on the 4-person panel. So Vance Van Vandervan was my number one because every time I read his text, or most of the time, I laugh, and then you see him in person. And Tommy Rubella now lives here again. Tommy Rubella being Vance Van Vandervan's brother, and you're like, you are a funny dude. Like, I just wanted to get that out. I enjoy Vance. All the texters for the most part are great. We've had very few, which has been amazing. In 1 year of Edmonton Sports Talk, we've had very few really awful texters that you're like, oh my God, you roll your eyes at them. We had a bunch at 1260.
All the good people came over.
Yeah.
All the crap stayed or went somewhere else. They didn't find us, which was awesome. It was
Some
like almost
came over, we got rid of them.
It was like an almost refresh
Yeah.
for us with a text line, and it's been very refreshing.
There's still a few miserable people in there that come in to poke the bear, if you will, but for the most, like 95%, phenomenal. That was so hard to vote on.
We're gonna have to find a way to do it with the nasty chat next year too.
Nasty chats.
I guess maybe we could do that. I guess it'd be the
That
same.
makes me laugh or I can't breathe on air because you guys are so funny.
So there's your texters of the year. Rip City, Surveyor
Right
Brett,
on.
Tube Socks, Vance Vandervan, to Brett B saying hashtag vote for Surveyor Brett. There is no more vote. goes to the
panel.
And no one's
out of
gonna
our hands.
no one's gonna know who's on this committee but the staff of Edmonton Sports Talk and myself. Well, I am a staff of Edmonton Sports Talk, so that doesn't make sense. But the committee, they'll know who else is on this one. The next one, text of the year. Again, in no particular order. From Big Maple, Reed Wilkins, more like Freed Wilkins.
Great one.
Yeah.
Kid Thunder, Dave Jameson looking at Dusty's hockey gear with black mold on it. And then the "You're Gonna Live With Me Now" clip.
That gear is rank. I had it at my place for like 4 days after we played in a charity hockey tournament, and I had to throw it on my balcony in my old place because it reeked so bad. And I tried throwing like dryer,
Febreze or something.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god! So it lived on my balcony at my old place.
Tommy Rabella, EST legal analyst and guy that doesn't really mean it when he tells his death row clients he'll make sure that their families are well taken care of. Eric Macramala.
The Macramala intro
Flyer.
suggestions are amazing.
Yeah, too funny.
They're so good.
Well, it's got two of them in the text of the year.
As it
Tube
should.
Socks, EST legal analyst and guy who's on top of Santa's orgy list. There was a stretch of time.
Steven.
I don't know if they still do it, but there was a stretch of time for it was like for weeks on end. It was like somehow people were referencing orgies or anything like that when it came to getting the Macramella intros in there.
Okay.
Friend of Edmonton Sports Talk. This was a tight one a little bit. But it comes down to these four. The MCTV podcast with Corey Graham and Mark Majot. Oilers Live from the Heavy Hockey Network. The Elks Call with Scout and Catherine.
Right.
And the Pipeline Show with Guy Flaming, who last year did their 19th season. Guy's now began his 20th season doing the Pipeline Show.
Congratulations,
Incredible.
Guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crushing it. Still a wealth of information and knowledge there. All those shows are great. And I'm so glad, Maddie, you came up with that idea instead of going with like just filler from an American radio network. Because even like when we had ESPN, it was just like...
ESPN used to be so good.
It
I remember
used to
first
be.
starting at 1260. Like I would listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
They had great, like weekend
too.
programming was awesome. And then they just, like anything else, made their cuts. And then they started mailing it in. And it was just like, this isn't, I actually was driving on Sunday and they're set, like I fought hard, and actually our old boss fought hard. We never put things on Sundays on our station between 11 and like 6 before Sunday Night Football and stuff, because we're like, ESPN's NFL coverage is awesome.
Right.
It gives you everything. And over the years, and I just threw on ESPN this past week, and I'm like, this isn't that good. Like the host that was hosting, I'm like, I could do this. I feel like. And like you're doing a national broadcast across the country of ESPN.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there being like, I could probably do as good of a job as you are. And I should be saying that. I should
Why
be going,
not?
this.
You've been doing this for a long time.
I know, but like I look at that, like those ones, and like on the ESPN, like you're one of the best of the best. And I should still be like in awe. Like I'm still in awe of how Dusty does stuff. I have been doing this a long time, but like there's just that extra level. And I feel like I should have that still with ESPN radio.
Has Disney, Disney has not always owned ESPN, correct? They just bought them in the last, 5-6 years?
No,
It's always been connected.
Yeah, because they own
Yes.
ABC and ESPN,
Yes.
and they've owned them for a while now. I think it's like 10 or 15 years
Well,
at least.
I think that with Disney's foot in ESPN, I think a lot has changed there too, right?
Well, and it's just media in general, just cuts, and radio not having it. And actually, there used to be, like TSN radio, there was a lot more ESPN radio stations, like dedicated from ESPN that they owned it, not affiliates of ESPN, and they've whittled that down. I think there might be only 1 or 2 left. But yeah, thanks to all of our friends of EST, MCTV, Oilers Live, the Elks Call, Pipeline Show, Turf District, Crush Performance. We had Raceline Radio for a bit last year, but then Eric Thomas retired. We have the Gridiron podcast. Am I missing any friends? I don't believe I'm missing any friends, but it's great just to add that extra content on Edmonton Sports Talk. But you're 4 finalists for the Friend of EST, MCTV, Oilers Live, the Elks Call, and the Pipeline Show. The walkout of the year from a show. Me resigning as the Edmonton Sports Talk draft commissioner.
Oh, yeah, drama queen. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Drama queen? What kind of shot is that?
Let me just say, you got to vote for me, all right?
You were very
You guys
You
didn't.
glowed about you had the glow about you and gloated a bit about the way you handled that.
Absolutely, because you guys
Yeah,
kept
you're smiling right now,
critiquing
I can
me,
tell.
and so it was finally like, okay,
Rightly so.
either let me do my job or fire me.
Well,
And you
if you're
guys
gonna
didn't want to do
do it
either.
right.
You guys didn't let me do my job, and you didn't want to fire me. You guys didn't have the guts to fire me.
We gave you a
so
second
I did
chance.
the right thing.
Here we go.
I did the right thing. Lieutenant Eric walks out of the Christmas draft.
That was funny.
Lieutenant Eric walks out of the Saturday Night Live draft.
Also funny.
Very-
That was the first one. Then it was the Christmas draft, and then Sean Bell walks out of the Hangout to purge himself.
Hilarious too. Yeah, he was in bad shape that day. His golf tournament. He put together like 3 or 4 golf tournaments in a row that week.
Did he?
Yeah.
One with us.
Just
He had a
back to
golf
back,
tournament the
right?
next day from the EST Classic.
Yeah.
That never booked golf tournaments back to back.
He's a machine.
Crazy.
But that one got him. That's why it was epic.
Abutski saying when 1260 started, they had now long gone sports news radio as their filler. It was awful. Or it was awesome. I don't remember that one.
That would have been like 03, 02.
2, I believe.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. Draft of the year.
All right.
There was only 5 nominees because we only had 5 drafts. Tommy won 3 of them. Dusty won 2 of them. Tommy, all 3 of his wins are in.
All right.
His captain's draft, his Christmas characters draft, and his movie prop draft, they all made the cut. Only Dusty's Saturday Night Live draft made the cut. I also really thought of this after I was going through all the drafts. I just want to throw this out there.
What?
Dusty has not won a draft since I resigned as commissioner.
Oh,
Dusty
conspiracy.
called me out. Dusty got mad about me as being a commissioner. He has yet to be able to pull any sort of good performance since I've resigned as commissioner, and with Quinn, it's been Tommy running it.
All I have
Good
to
on you,
say,
Tommy.
Thank you, Matthew. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Yeah, I haven't told Dusty that though. He's struggling. Dude, the last draft was the movie prop draft, right? Dude, where did Dusty finish?
Third.
So I didn't think he's been top 2 in any of those drafts.
Yeah.
You've won them all.
Like Jay had
And Jay is coming
had a
up
good
as
draft.
the bridesmaid.
Jay had a good movie prop draft.
Yeah, so Dusty just can't do it.
He's a busy boy.
He's lost his touch. He needed me as commish. Maybe,
Shouldn't have outed you.
he
like
shouldn't have
that.
done that. He shouldn't have been the guy leading
Punted
that
you to the
charge
curb.
because it's hurt him.
Yeah.
And Tommy's taken full advantage of this. So congratulations on that, Tommy. And with that, round of clicks for Tommy.
you.
Hey, all right.
Because all 3 of yours, you have a 75%
I hope
chance of winning an ESTY.
If he wins, somebody's gonna get a herder real bad.
You know the 4 people
As
to go
Russell
after.
Peters' dad would say, yeah.
Live performance of the year. The A&W song performed live with Dr. J, Dusty, Lieutenant Eric, and YouTube Trev. Josh Clausen rapping on his first ever Hangout appearance.
Phenomenal.
Lieutenant Eric's 12 Days of Christmas.
Always
Oh,
great.
so good.
Classic.
And Waylon the Wolf in our studio closet.
I love it.
Yep. Great. I love all those. Awesome.
Eric belts it out.
Eric-
Have you been in studio when he sings?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't hold back.
And he does it.
I'm heard.
Has to do it every time.
Every
yeah.
And he's got it builds as the week goes
it's
on.
Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, and before he never did it live.
He always
was- he
recorded it,
them.
right? He would go into that
Yes,
secondary.
I would be doing my
sound
show,
booth
and all of a sudden I'd hear him yelling, and I'd look back, and he's in the other room that's soundproofed, and I could still hear him.
And he does, like,
belting it out.
the
It's so
arm
jolly. It's like perfect for the Christmas spirit.
We had great Christmas spirit this past year. It was great. Good point.
The original AM Nasty song of the year. We got Dallas and Nelson with Oilermen.
That was a good one.
We got Jaunty and Victoria, who will actually be at the ESTYs. Jarius Jackson, For Real, a Teef remix.
Absolutely.
love that
I
one.
love it. I still do.
When I heard it, I was like, "What is
Real.
this?" For real. Well done, Jaunty.
Jaunty and Victoria, 6 o'clocker check-in.
That's a great one.
Yes.
And the Nasty Bash song.
Oh, that Nasty Bash song
Oh,
it's just a
fantastic.
good song.
Yeah.
It's just a good dang song.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny.
So there's your original AM Nasty Song of the Year finalists for the ESTYs. Moments of the Year, which is one of our big categories to give away. Again, no particular order. This was a big group. There was a lot that we had in.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Corey B gets tattooed.
Huge.
The oil stream during Stanley Cup, we had the car wash with cameos from Stauffer, Jack Michaels, Gene Principe, Luke Gazdick, and Jamie McLennan. You just kept standing like, oh, look who wants to say hi now. Oh, look who wants to say hi now.
Yeah.
And they just kept rolling in. And
Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
That was fun.
Yeah, that took like a good 10 minutes. We didn't get to any of the hockey
know.
talk of the Stanley
I
Cup
know.
because that was happening. And once again, Stauffer joined EST and Dusty wasn't around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Bob Stauffer, he joins the EST Hangout in Las Vegas.
Too good.
Oh, that was funny. What a trip.
And Zacticum gets hired on air.
Oh yeah, that was so it was so innocent.
Yes.
You know.
That's a great way to
Yeah.
describe that. And it was
His
a
reaction.
and touching.
Yeah, and touching.
Innocent and touching.
Yeah.
So there's your moment of the year finalist. Most committed AM Nasty.
This one was hard too. I don't know how you found this one,
this
Jasmine.
was the hardest.
Yes.
The hardest.
Yeah. This one I had to change like 40 times.
Same.
There's some worthy people not on this list.
I
looking
know.
at
That's
this.
why.
don't
There are
not
some
even.
strong, worthy people not on this
Hold
list.
my earrings. I'll find those panelists. Oh, I don't even know yet.
But I will say this. The 4 finalists, I think, also are very well deserving.
Sure.
Jason and Andrea.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The Combine crew.
Man.
Yeah. Great
Combine crew has some great ideas. I've shared with you guys. We'll leave that for later.
Fergie's prostate.
Yes.
Yep.
A teeth.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Teeth.
wheels.
Absolutely.
Like that is, that there are some really good people left off of that. There's no question.
Jen, Joelle.
Well, that wasn't from the most committed. That was
Oh,
the
committed.
Am Nasty.
My bad. Whew.
This wasn't the Am Nasties later.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, like this is the people that were showing up to events.
Yeah, my bad.
Tube Saw,
And-
Savage,
Yeah.
Dustin with a Y.
Montenegro, Dustin with
VR.
Rip
Art.
City.
Yeah.
Jasmine
Yeah.
has come out to quite a bit
Jasmine.
of events. There's all sorts of people there, but also in the end, so it's Jason and Andrew, a
tough
Combine crew,
Yeah.
Fergie's prostate, and a teeth.
So many good ones left off.
Absolutely.
Damn.
But we got to whittle down to 4,
God.
and we whittled
Yes.
it down to 4.
Yes.
Heartbreak. Some are calling it the ultimate award show, but this is a heartbreaker.
Are we sending out a press release for the ESTYs?
Yeah, and some people said we should send to.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple places we could send it. It would be kind of hilarious.
Oh, oh, don't
Would you like to keep this door open for the next one?
Don't you start.
Yeah, yeah.
Controversy of the year. Our 4 finalists for Controversy of the Year. Beef Jerky Gate.
Ridiculous.
I mean-
I love that one.
It's not going to win. I'd be
No.
surprised if it wins.
Because it was just Joaquin
I'm
eating
going to say
everything.
this. It was one of 3 that received a lot of votes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because it was hilarious.
All right.
We couldn't figure it out for so
We
long.
had the show meet, and I was like, who wants a little bit? And there was a lot there, and Gager just crushed it. And then he outs me for bringing it out.
No one outed anyone for a while.
I don't think Gager knew.
And me, Dusty, and Luke, Tenet Air couldn't figure out who ate all the meat.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do, I've
But
got
didn't
beef
Gager so
for Acme
casually?
Meats.
Didn't he casually just be like, yeah, it was me? Like he didn't even know.
Yeah.
That was a controversy.
Dustin and Glenn Suter, Best Friend Gate.
Oh, that's a good one.
Race at Remax Gate.
Rip-off at
That's
Remax.
the rip
Unbelievable.
off. The real name is Rip Off at Remax.
It's
We
not.
all know it.
The fact that the name can't even be determined, it makes it the controversy of the
Oh,
year. Like,
Dustin and Glenn Suter, best friend. Like we tie you guys together. We're not saying that Dusty hates Glenn Suter. Gate.
Well, no, he loves Glenn Suter. It's
best
just
buddies.
we don't know
You're
if
not.
it's mutual.
we are.
And Saturday Night Live, Edmonton Sports Talk Draft Gate.
Those are
what
for.
was questionable about that one?
The Saturday Night Live one,
That's when you
I
walked
didn't
out?
allow you
Yeah.
guys to draft the same person in different categories. So it was like, oh, by the way, I want
Solidarity.
to throw
Here,
this
here.
out there. You have never come higher than 3rd place in a draft since I resigned.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what that means.
Neither
I mean,
do
I
I.
think I had the most dominant draft performance of like
Which
our
one?
second First or second? One of them I
Yeah.
won like 47% or something.
You only are in for 1. Dommy's 3 wins are all nominated for best
Yeah, I mean,
draft.
Jim Carrey was
Your
rookie
Your
of the
Saturday
year.
Night Live
95,
draft
96.
is the only one that made the cut. That got voted on. But you have not won since Commissioner Quinn has taken
Nobody
over.
has.
Tommy has.
Yeah, only Tommy.
Yeah, but you haven't even come a second.
I haven't even come second.
I don't believe so.
Well, Glue Guy's probably the second 3 times.
Yeah,
Eric
so
and I have gone 3-4, 4 and
just throw it out there. Do you regret pushing me or trying to push me out? Trying to cause all that?
No. Not at all for a second.
We stand by it.
There's your
Solidarity.
controversies of the year. Saturday Night Live, EST Gate, Race at Remax Gate, Dustin and Glenn Suter, best friend.
Rip off at
Who's
Remax.
going to win this award?
As well as the beef jerky gate. By the way, speaking of I Got Meat for Acme Meats, there is the meetup at the market, which is taking place later this month. Corey's actually going to join us on the Hangout on Monday. You're in on Monday, too.
I am. I'm in on Monday, guys.
So he's in, too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So it's going to be perfect to have both of you guys in together.
Baby.
It's the day before the ESTYs that day, but meet up at the market September 25th from 6 until 9. $100 ticket gets you one beer, food, and raffle ticket to win a hind quart of beef, Alberta beef, valued at $1,400. There's some silent auction, which includes an EST merch package, actually a couple of EST merch packages, some dining at some top restaurants in the city of Edmonton. You could go to at Corey the Butcher on Twitter for the link to it to get tickets, or you can just email acme.meatmarket@gmail.com. This is all in support of Butchery Team Canada, as Corey the Butcher is part of the Butchery Team Canada going to the Worlds in Paris. Every penny is going to go to the travel costs for both practice and to get to the Worlds. Each practice costs them $10,000. So we want to help support our good friend and our partner, Corey the Butcher. So meet up at the market. Get your tickets right now. Hangout of the year.
Yeah. We've had some doozies.
There's a couple on here that made me sad didn't make the cut, but the ones on here also I completely understand. Hangout of the year, no particular order. Dean Millard, Will Fraser, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola.
You and I said nothing that show, and it was amazing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
A lot of people are probably like, thank God. Those guys just went at it. It was fantastic.
Hangout at Hockey Helps the Homeless, featuring Ron Lowe, Steve McIntyre, Charlie Huddy, Jay Milne, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, and Joaquin Gage.
Theo Peckham made a...
Not
Oh, no,
on
that
the
was on the
Hangouts.
morning show.
He was on the morning show.
Yeah, that's right. That was a good hangout. Good
It
point.
was, and actually, our buddy Chad could have made it there. He said he was going to pop by, and he never came by. So
Wow.
Chad could have been up for an ESTY, but he chose not to be part of that show that day.
That team was well into it, if you know what I'm saying.
Jason Strudwick, Jay Milne, Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola.
That was fun. Struddy
like that one.
Struddy was his usual charming, fantastic self, and Jay Milne was in awe of him. And it was cool to like see that dynamic.
Yeah, and I remember, I think their heads were both kind of glistening off the lights.
I mean, I was
Jay's thinning, well, Struddy's thinning.
Struddy's gone to Rush Noir to take care of that.
Oh, yeah?
That's what he tells people.
And finally, Jonathan Torrens, Alice Moran's, Joaquin Gage, Tom Gazzola, Matt Iwanyk. That hangout from our amenities floor during the Stanley Cup playoffs. There's your hangouts of the year.
I remember I texted these guys because I was so worried about their safety. I'm like, you're going to get stalked.
No. Well, people were wondering, like Maddie was saying, I think a couple weeks ago, he goes, people were going to like the hot tub or sit upstairs on the amenities floor because we have a nice patio out there. And they were like looking, and like a few of them were like, I think that's Jonathan Torrens. It was Jonathan Torrens. And Alice was just,
She was hilarious.
she was
my favorite of that episode.
I
Straight
can't
up.
believe, no, I can believe, but I'm in awe of how creative they are and how quickly
Witty.
they come up with stuff. And I'm just like, I'm watching a masterful performance, and to them, it's just another Tuesday, you know?
No, great
This
show.
is just how.
They just want to get through that to get to the Stanley Cup to practice again. And
And I got them a shot at Honey on our way, and thank you to Scott Dodds,
Sick.
our buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, well, he was just standing
11:30
outside.
shot?
He's like, hey, you guys. He's like, Tom, is that J-Rock? I'm like, it certainly is. And I'm like, you want to meet him? He's yeah. And I'm like, this is Alice. This is Jonathan. This is my buddy Scott. And he's like, you guys want a shot? And we're like, yeah, okay.
Love it.
And it was like 10 in the morning.
And that's the thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's all
Rant
good.
of the year. Gazzola post Sharks loss on the post game show.
Ooh,
Iwanyk on Trey Ford / Chris Jones.
I've enjoyed that.
Cassian on analytics. And Murray McCourt on Stuart Skinner haters. There's your finalists
Those are good.
for rant of the year. Oh, round of clicks. Should have done these for all of these.
I know. I keep
We'll just
forgetting.
do a
like,
big one at the very
Big
end.
round of clicks. Yeah.
Best on location of the year. EST at Commonwealth Stadium for Larry Thompson's introductory press conference. And then that was Hangout, that was Lock Shop, and then that was our extra special coverage.
That was
of
excellent.
A historic day in Edmonton sports. EST Hangout at Twilliger Rec Center for Hockey Helps the Homeless.
Excellent day as well. Great cause.
The EST Hangout on Iwanyk and Gazzola's condo amenities floor with Jonathan Torrens and Alice Moran.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And the Nielsen Show at Park MGM in Las Vegas.
Okay,
sure.
I was flying that last day. I was heading back home because I left a day earlier than you guys. What happened that in the room? Were you guys just spent?
Well, that one?
Or were you guys yelling at each other? Like, I missed it.
So that was the Hangout episode.
In your room.
In my room.
Right.
They also did the morning show in my room, but they did the other ones in the lobby. But for the Hangout one where people talk about it a little bit more, it's like we were spent. I think people could tell that we were tired.
Yeah.
And then there got to be a heated debate, mostly between Dusty and I. Eric got in there a little bit more on Dusty's side, between Aiden Hill and Stuart Skinner from the night before. And I was very pro Aiden Hill's a good goalie and he's playing, and I would rather have Aiden Hill as my starting goalie going into the playoffs at that time than Stuart Skinner. And Dusty was no. And then somehow Dusty thinks I don't know. I don't believe I said it at any of this point, but Dusty called it like saying I'm anointing Aiden Hill Patrick Waugh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
So that's
Eric was kind of defending Dusty a little bit, but Eric also, what he did there is, it was again more pro Dusty than me, but Eric just sat there and he needles enough slightly where he'll push, like he'll just get Dusty and I going a little bit more with just that one comment here or there.
Yeah.
And so, we just kept going at it in my hotel room, which was very red. If you're watching
It was. It's dark and-
It's like, I think if anyone just goes scrolls and just sees the thumbnail of it, they'd go, where the hell are these three guys?
We could have put the banner up in your room. But now that we think about it.
Yeah, I can't remember. We wanted to open up the window and it just, or the curtain and it didn't work and stuff. So, but then the Nielsen show, they were in the Park MGM, we're in the lobby for that one. So those are the on locations at Commonwealth, Twilliger Rec Center, our amenities floor, and Park MGM. Hangout guest of the year. One of these guys is on tomorrow. Craig McTavish.
Yes.
That's so sick.
Craig McTavish, Hangout guest of the year. Jason Strudwick, a finalist for Hangout guest of the year.
All right.
Yep.
Jonathan Torrens, a finalist for Hangout guest of the year.
No question.
And Will Fraser,
Nice.
Yes.
a
Good.
finalist for a Hangout guest of the year. Found it interesting. Will, a multi appearance on the Hangout. The other three singular appearances.
Right.
But that's where the votes went.
Craig making his second appearance tomorrow, obviously as part of year 2, so not qualified for this. He will be joined by his son, Sean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
His son, too? That's going to be a great hangout tomorrow.
They're our neighbors, Matthew.
Like across the street and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In our building. Like, oh my.
Oh, I was like, in their penthouse?
Did they just come in here and now like, what's our building turning into here?
We have a good building.
Event of the year.
I like it.
EST Classic.
Yeah, it was great.
The Nasty Bash.
That was great.
The 6 o'clocker lager launch party, which was at Alley Cat.
That was fun.
In the South Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was after you were ripping us for never coming to the North Side.
Yeah,
And you did that
and I
event.
go up for that one.
She did.
Oh, you
but
did?
She
Yeah.
had to.
It
It was like the week before or something. She's like, you guys never come. And I was
Yeah.
like, we've got this event. You got to show up now.
So tired after work, bags underneath my eyes, and I made it.
Okay, good.
And lastly, Super Bowl at Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge, where every day is game day.
You guys, oh my goodness, we're in rough shape.
No, that was event of the year. That was for the Super Bowl.
Oh, that event was great.
Not
but
the show the next
Right,
day.
right.
Super. Yeah, sorry, we're getting
was
to that
during
one.
the game.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
getting to that one.
A TV may have been broken that night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not may have. It broke.
It did.
It broke.
Yeah.
It was a little touch and go there about how that was going to get paid for. We're down to 4 more categories.
Is Will going to be at the ESTYs tomorrow?
I didn't ask him. I don't think so.
Well, what
I'll
the heck?
ask him.
You live in Edmonton.
No, he doesn't.
No,
He
it's
lives
just Parkland County.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Gutsiest performance of the year. Eric post Super Bowl party at Century Casino.
yeah.
Dusty post Super Bowl party at
Yeah.
Century Casino. Sean Bell on the Hangout post golf tournament. And YouTube Trev during the heat wave of the summer.
Right.
Poor guy.
I thought he'd get more votes for the Game 7 of the Oilers Stanley Cup
Yeah.
Finals. I thought that one was going to get in there, but it was the heat wave that got YouTube Trev as one of the finalists for Gutsiest Performance of the Year.
I respect that category. That's a tough one. Yeah, the Super Bowl party was excellent. It was such a good night.
That was my favorite time out of like the Nasty Bash. No offense. Like I had a great time at all of these events,
Yes.
but the Super Bowl party was unreal.
It was fantastic. A great vibe. The game was fun.
Game was whatever. We were hate watching it. And I think that's why it was fun because we could hang out more rather than
Exactly.
like being pissed off at the screen. I think some of my bets hit. I know Dusty made some money that day, so we were all like,
Jay made money.
That's right.
I think he
At the-
lost it after. When everyone
I think
left.
he gave it to Zach to come.
And they lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
By losing it, I mean
I-
on the tables,
I-
not like,
Not like getting
lost.
angry.
Honestly, like that night, I ordered probably like 5 6 o'clocker lagers. At the end of the night, I probably only drank 2 of them in the 6 hours I was there, because I would put one
Yes,
down
I
and
would
I go
take it.
talk to somebody, or we take a photo, and somebody would come and drink it.
Well, because you don't know whose is whose. Because everyone's
I know,
drinking 6
but,
o'clock
like,
or lockers.
It's literally right beside me, and like I would turn around and it would be gone. So someone swiped like 3 or 4 of my 6 o'clocker lagers.
I was with one of my best friends. Karen was with me, and she was my DD. And I was like, "Don't worry, Karen, I won't be annoying today. I'm just gonna have like 2 gin martinis. It's okay." And I ended up having like goodness knows how many shots were being bought that
Yeah,
day
there
and
were a lot of
whatnot.
shots.
I was like,
had to turn a
"Woo!"
lot down.
And she's like, "We should go before you get louder." I'm like, "Okay."
It was fun. It was a
Yeah.
really, really good time.
was
And
a
then
blast.
that next morning, the gutsiest performance, which led to a couple nominations.
Boo Chiefs.
I already love this. One texter. Ron Lowe and Quinn Phillips should have made the EST Hangout finals.
They
The
were
finalists.
Yeah.
I'm liking the
Quinn
people that they're already. Oh, that one didn't get there? How not? Rookie of the year. Acclamation, all 4 were going to be in anyways.
Yeah.
No particular order. Alphabetical, actually, so there is an order. HR Daddy, Jay Milne Glue Guy, YouTube Trev, and Zacticum.
Beauties,
There's
all
your
of them.
rookies of the
Great
year
list.
for Edmonton Sports Talk. We got 2 more categories to announce the
By the way,
finalists
when
for.
is HR Daddy coming in so I can be on my best behavior?
Next week, because he's here for the ESTYs.
Oh yeah.
And then
we're
I don't
gonna-
know. I don't know when he gets in.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long they're staying, but I do know he's coming into the office for a couple days at least, or at least a day.
Nice.
Okay.
And no nasty Nana?
She's coming. I don't know if she's going to come in the
Oh,
building.
okay.
He's coming for work.
Right. Yes.
He's
HR
coming
did.
for work purposes.
Good.
So
So be nice to both of you that day.
Sure. That's usually best.
Just kidding.
the final 2 awards to announce the finalists for. We'll get to show of the year first. I'm surprised one of these didn't make it, or one didn't make it, but this is probably how it would go or should go. 2 guys and a goalie. The EST Hangout, the Nielsen Show, and the Oil Stream. I'm just surprised the Oil Stream pregame postgame show didn't make it.
Yeah, I voted for that one because I would come to those.
Surprised that one
I didn't
Yeah.
vote for any of my own shows. I have like 6 on this station, but
There's your show of the year finalists: 2 guys and a goalie, the EST Hangout, the Nielsen Show, and the Oil Stream. And with that, I get to the final award to announce the finalists for, which is the AM Nasty of the year. And I will say this right off the bat: this is going to this will close out the night. This will be the final award
Love
we
it.
present next Tuesday at Metro Cinema. Tickets $10. Matt at EdmontonSportsTalk.com for info on getting those tickets. 6:15 doors, 7 o'clock for the show.
Mm-hmm.
A Teef, Norman a Combine,
nice.
Surveyor Brett,
Nice.
and Tube Socks.
Very good.
So this okay.
There's your finalists
Okay.
for AM Nasty of the Year. A lot of people left off that list.
Yeah, a lot of
A
people
lot
left
of
out.
deserving people
Lot.
needing to be in that one. We had 80 votes that came in to whittle this down to the 4 finalists. And there are your AM Nasty of the Year. And there's your 22 finalists for the ESTYs, or the finalists for the 22 awards that we're presenting at the ESTYs next Tuesday. I will throw up all the finalists in a day or 2 on our website. If you go to ESTYs at the top, I'll put up all the finalists there. But there you go. That's the as you can see on, if you're watching on YouTube, you can look in front of the long drink boxes. There is the ESTY. That's the ESTY for the Hangout Guest of the Year.
Love it.
I thought that was the appropriate one to bring in for today for that. But there you go.
Well done, Matthew.
Well, no, well done
This is gonna
to
be-
everyone. Well done to everyone for voting, and
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, just
to
all
all of
the,
our finalists.
all the nasties though. You guys legit are goat. Like even if you didn't make it to the top 4, I know I appreciate you. I know everybody here appreciates you. So
We're going to have a great night.
yeah.
Good luck to all the finalists. This now goes to the panel. And the panel makes a decision based on all 4 of those of who should be the winner. It's that simple. And we'll see how this goes. Any surprises? Anything stand out to you guys?
Not real. Well, yeah. No. Yes and no, I guess. I don't know. Like,
The nasties, like, I just wish one of my girls was in there.
Well, who's one of your girls?
I was saying like Joelle or Jen.
Would have been nice.
Andrea?
Like, Andrea is
Andrea
most
is a
committed
finalist, yeah.
AM nasty.
Yeah, at
finalist.
least she made it to something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And for that one, we had to put people like the combine crew and stuff. That one, it
Yeah.
was the groupings that came.
Oh
together.
yeah, and I love that one.
Well, Sticky
I love
Rice
it.
got a nomination too. She's a finalist.
She is for the exit of the year.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for making me feel better.
I
I got you, girls.
I'll be intrigued by this panel and how they go with things and how they vote on things. And I'll get it to them starting today because I got to build the winner's card and also make sure it doesn't get leaked so that we don't have any like Woj bombs
Ooh, yeah.
prior to the
Woj bombs.
ESTYs.
Or like Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
When you misread. Was it that
Yeah, well,
one?
I can only do so much with the reading. You read the card properly.
By the way, my brother wanted you to wear a Steve Harvey suit with like 6 buttons.
I hate the multiple buttons.
He just thought it'd be hilarious with this like boxy
Steve
suit.
Harvey. I got to take a look at one of his
That's a great
suits.
idea.
Could you imagine Maddie in it? I would die.
Like one of these?
Yeah. Well, that one's
that's the
that
best.
one's actually pretty nice. Like
Nice
one of his
three-piece.
more
Dressier one.
more dressy. Yeah, a little bit more color maybe. Anyways,
Oh, I think you're thinking more of like this one.
no,
Oh, that's a good one.
those are very nice
yeah.
suits.
Well, then what's Steve Harvey suit?
They're just like bigger. Like,
Yeah, bigger like kind of Shaq.
Yeah,
style.
Shaq.
Bigger
Yeah,
suit.
Shaq-esque, but there'll be like.
Big Uke via the Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999 says, Unreal Final Fours for all categories. Cannot wait till Tuesday to see who wins these. Well job on putting those lists together.
Is he
Maddie.
done with his boot? Are you done with your boot? He has the boot.
Big Uke?
Yeah.
In the boot?
I believe so. In the
Hopefully.
boot?
Hopefully he's good to go.
Yeah. He injured it more, I think, at the Nasty Bash.
Well, he didn't know. He was walking on it for months without knowing that it was fractured.
Yeah.
yikes.
That was like me. That's when I had the scooter on the first Nasty Bash. So I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, and you thought I was Tyler Yaremchuk.
You remember that?
Of course I do.
Both beauties, but
No, I think I.
You called me a
confused your name.
Remchuk, and you thought
did.
I was your Remchuk.
I did not think you were a Remchuk. I think I had, a drink and I was a little, just forgot.
You thought I was your
names.
Remchuk.
He
discombobulated.
got so bad. He was
Tipsy?
sitting in the darkness all pissy with me.
I remember. See, I remember
I'm
things.
sorry. I said sorry.
No, I know, but I'm just
I was
pointing.
so-
I remember things,
bad.
and I don't remember telling you I promised you a hat, which means I did not promise you a
come
hat.
Wow.
Don't get me.
Because I would remember these things. I have a good memory.
I do too, but I remember big things like this. And I still apologize and I feel bad about that. Matthew Iwanyk.
Hey, your Remchuk gets thought of me for a lot of reasons, and it's
Yeah.
never good. He gets blamed for me. So.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is. Maybe your guys' swagger is the same or so. I met him before too at
What's the
Oilers
talk?
Nation trip. So.
He was also at that Nasty Bash.
Oh.
Came later that night.
Oh, I didn't see him.
I need to go for drinks with him.
Oh.
soon. What?
Nothing.
Oh. We just went, oh.
Never mind that. Oh.
So yeah, there you go. That's the ESTYs nominations. Big Uke adds, unfortunately not done with the boot. Not sure when I'll be done, but I'll be suited and booted on Tuesday.
All
No
right.
pun intended.
Yeah, and actually, Dusty, we're gonna have the Oiler photog taking pictures
Andy
there.
Devlin.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Andy.
Jay's ordered a red carpet.
Excellent.
I love it.
So we'll have a red carpet, and now it's time for me to work on the actual presentation of it.
Will we have like, we probably will, right? Like that background to take pictures at?
Yeah, we got to bring the wall.
The wall.
I've actually, I've never been in Metro, so I don't know how big this lobby is.
Will they allow us
I
to
can't
drink champagne inside there? What if I bring,
No,
damn it.
I'm pretty sure you can't bring your own liquor.
I didn't mean it as liquor, but I meant it as more of an aesthetic.
Champagne is a liquor.
Well, what if we told them it's non-alcoholic?
Well, I'm sure you could. Maybe we could
No outside alcohol and beverage. I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Actually, I would have to look at the contract to
Yes.
see what there is.
Yes.
But it is a licensed event,
Corking
so it is a
fee?
place. Now, with that said, I will just say that I think there's only like one person selling, and there's like upwards of like 200 people showing up. So if there's a bit of a line, like, be nice to the person.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to say this to our nasties. Everyone's really good, but just gonna throw that.
And
out
it's going to
there
be
that
a
it's gonna
long
take some time.
night. It's going to be a long night, you guys.
Well,
so don't
I'm
get
hoping not too long.
Well,
I don't want to
the
go
after party.
Oh, that part of it. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want the night sitting in Metro to go longer. Like, I would like to get this done within 2 hours.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good idea.
I'm willing
Nice
to
and
go
tidy.
like upwards of like 2:15, 2:20.
Mm-hmm.
But like 9:30, I want to be like, we're wrapped up the show here. People,
Yeah.
you could start heading to Hudson.
Because people they're gonna want to congregate, congratulate, celebrate.
And we actually, when we were first booking the place, we could have booked it from just 7 till 9, but we had to be out by 9:15.
Cool.
And I was like, well, that's gonna be a little rushed, so we just booked the whole night. So we just have it. So if people do want to chat, I guess, a little bit there, we've got the time. But it's one of those, like, no one wants to sit in that room for like 3.5 hours, having these presentations. So I do want to keep it a little tight.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. You want to like stand up, like.
And then let's go celebrate at Hudson.
Yes,
Yeah,
and that's why
it's
like
all-
some of these
Hangout.
awards, and I'm just finalizing exactly which ones. We're gonna announce the winner on the Hangout that day. There's a couple
like that.
awards. We're gonna. It's the pre-award. There's a couple that won't be presented at the main show.
Yeah.
But the majority of these, I think I have 16 or 17 right now. I might up it to closer to 20. Dusty and I were just talking at the end of the morning show. They will be presented at the Metro. So
Fantastic.
I was so excited.
it's
The
ridiculous.
day off after the next day off.
And we don't have a Nielsen show the next morning.
Right.
We will have the Hangout Hangover right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We'll recap the ESTYs.
Love it.
So it's for any of those winners, you can go out there and party, really celebrate your ESTYs win. For anyone who loses, you can go and drown your sorrows. Because who doesn't want to win the ESTY?
Oh my God.
It's going to be good to get to Hudson's again, too.
Yeah.
I miss that location's great. Some of the backdrops, and when it was nice during the playoffs, and they had the patio doors open, and the sun was setting, and I was just like, wow, that looked really nice. After talking about an Oilers loss,
Yeah.
I was like, a lot of people were feisty that night, but it looked nice in the background if you were watching.
That's such good positivity, hey? Like you take in
try to.
nature, you ground yourself.
Well, you're basically on the street. You got people out and about. They want to celebrate. Oilers win some nights. They lose some nights. Playoffs were a roller coaster ride, but it was a great location, both Hudson's. So I'm looking forward. Connor and his crew over at Hudson's on White are fantastic.
Thank you to Ken, who comes quite a bit to Century Casino during Green and Gold kickoff postgame shows. The entrance at Gardner is not that huge. Once you walk past the concessions, there's a big space in front of the theater entrance where in the past they put various vendor tables. So we'll easily be able to then put up our wall for
Awesome.
people to take pictures and probably have Andy set up there anyways, taking photos.
Andy-
Or we'll have that photo booth set up.
Right. Andy went and scouted out the venue.
Did he get there already?
He told me he was going and he had to talk to Dusty, I'm assuming.
Well, I got him the contact info.
Okay.
So and
all
then
good.
I need to get a scouting mission too here now to plan for it.
It's very far away from our place.
I just have it. Well, I wasn't smart enough to pre-plan that. I should have done
You're
that
a
for
busy
today.
boy, too.
Well, I should have done that for today.
Busy boy.
I screwed that up.
Waiting for that.
Whatever. It's,
Busy boy.
good times. This is the EST Hangout, Iwanyk, Jasmine, and Tommy with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thanks for those tuning in on iHeart, tune in, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, watching on YouTube, and for anyone listening on the podcast in the not too distant future.
VR. Where is this Hudson's on White? I've never been there.
Says the guy that was there every
Yeah.
night, which is awesome.
Where I met his wife, Ginger.
Ginger's
Yeah.
lovely.
And Rip City. Good question, VR.
He's never been there either. Rip City Step.
Great spot in
Great
the
spot.
south. Yeah. That's why I'll pop in there too, right?
Yes, you did pop in. You brought your crew.
Brought my entourage. Had some wings. You guys are savages, by the way, with your wing stuff this morning. Man, I could eat 12 and I'm good.
I'm not saying I can eat 50 every time.
Damn.
I'm saying what is my number of eating? I think I could do 50. I don't think it's that hard.
This
a
is.
lot.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to divert this conversation
No,
to the
well,
wings, but
that's fine.
Would you
That's the
want
hangout.
to? What's your favorite wing? What flavor?
Well, I like just regular hot wing.
Okay, so would you want them all to be hot, or would you want?
No,
to
you
change
can't
it?
do hot. You can't do hot if you're going to eat as many as you can.
Okay, so would you do like
your
salt and
stomach's
pepper?
going to get destroyed. I think you got to go salt and pepper, like a lemon pepper.
So would you want to? Would you want to like change it up though? Let's just say you
No.
you would just eat the exact same flavor the whole time.
Probably because there's not like
I would-
there's not many other variations of like because you don't want to add too much. I wouldn't want a saucy one because it's going to fill you up a little bit more. I'm trying to eat as many chicken nuggets
And no
as I can.
breaded.
I
either,
feel
right?
like
No breaded.
I feel like
So now it's like, how many dry rubs can you go with?
you can do like barbecue or something,
Barbecue,
right?
I think it would be doable.
With the power.
Yeah.
But my point to that is it would be a strategy because your brain would be like, another flavor. And then you'd like eat more.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I think everybody hits a wall at some point. Like, I know you used your steak analogy.
It's one of my 2 greatest food accomplishments.
It is a lot. That was a lot of steak.
And all the sides.
And you
Let's
had
not forget the sides.
There was a potato.
It was mashed potatoes and veggies, I believe. And ate both of them. I ate
a
mine
lot.
and Dusty's.
Yeah, that's
Sides.
At the time at the
40 ounce
classic?
steak night. No, I did a number of years ago. We did 40 ounce steak night, and I did my 40 ounces and ate my sides, and then ate half of Dusty's steak and and all of his sides. So I did 60 ounces plus sides.
That's a lot.
And I actually felt like if they offered dessert, I probably could have eaten dessert.
So jealous of your metabolism.
So that's where I think
Yeah,
like
he's
if
leaning
I'm
meat.
having
Right?
to
Like, come on.
get 50 wings, like, and now like Dusty and I were saying in like on the oil stream yesterday with the Popeyes with you as well. Was that, yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
It's in my mind. You know, Popeyes chicken wings. Those are too big. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way I'm getting 50 of
that's
those ones down. We're talking about
breaded.
like a regular,
Like a Hudson's wing.
well,
yeah.
no, like a Wing Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, you're never getting the top of all the wings
okay.
in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those wings.
I like those ones because
How
they're
many
crunchy.
can you crush? How many of those can you crush over the course of like a night? Because where this all came up from, there was a place in Oklahoma City that had an ad on one of the horse races that Jay saw in the middle of the post-game show. And the Elks destroyed Calgary so much that we were done talking about the Elks dominating Calgary so much. It was $25 for all you can eat wings for a night. And Jay was like, that's ridiculous. That's a
That's
low
a really
price.
good deal.
Which then Tube Socks told us, and he texted it to me yesterday. There's a place in Calgary that does it for $17. All you can eat wings, starting like 6 o'clock.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just need to buy a beverage.
Sure.
Done.
Oh, why not?
And like it starts early. It's $16 all you can eat with a beverage purchase from 3 p.m. to close. You could sit there from 3 p.m. until close for $16, and the cost of a bottle of domestic is $6.25.
Perfect.
So you could pay $22.25 plus tip, and you could just eat wings all night or all day from 3 till close.
Okay, and I'm glad that the details of the one in Calgary that Tube Socks pointed out were brought to light. And I say this because, like, the way I voted this morning on the morning show. I said that there was like 16 to 30 wings that I could eat and be very comfortable and satisfied for the night. Where I could see myself creeping up to what are we calling it, 50 plus?
Yeah, I'm saying 50.
50 is if it was a situation where it's like you're watching it's Sunday football, okay, and you're settling in at your favorite establishment. And it's a wing deal or something like that, and you're like, you know what? All I'm going to eat today is wings.
Well, see, and
I could probably do 50.
So what we're going with this,
I'm there
Jana, I
all
think
night.
it's like it's
Or all day.
an all night thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
let's say it's starting at 6 o'clock for the evening. The rest, whatever you want. The evening. How many could you do?
From the evening,
From 6 on type
6
thing.
on.
So you get a break?
Yeah, you can't
Sure,
go.
yeah.
You can't go relieve yourself
Oh.
that way. Like it can't come up.
Oh, no throwing it up.
No.
Yeah.
But beyond that, like you could take a break and you could get back at
It's
it.
like
I
your
would
lunch.
say.
And
So
then you
how
have
many could you
dinner.
do?
think I would 16 to 30.
12 and 12 maybe still.
Yeah. Like I would need, that's why I'm saying where the 50, and I feel like a lot of people probably are the same way. Like I need to be settled in, focused on something outside of eating, like a football game, right? But as I'm watching said games, because there'd be multiple, I'm snacking on wings the whole time.
Agreed.
And only wings.
I'm like that too.
And then by
You're
the
not
end of the
touching
day,
the veggies.
Yeah, not
You're not
touching the
touching the
veggies.
But it changes the palate. It changes your palate.
But you're
Well,
filling
keep
yourself
regular
up.
too. Yeah.
Filling yourself up.
Yeah.
Try not to fill yourself up. You're trying to eat
Right.
as many as you can.
Right. But that's
Unless
where I
you could
could
do
see
both.
getting over 50. Whereas like that's all I'm eating, and I'm watching 3 football games.
Davin from Greenplan.
What's up, Dev?
Rec Room Monday, $25 all you can wings, plus you get $10 credit for games.
That's not
Oh,
bad.
So really, that's $15 for wings. Starts at opening.
stars that open.
We should bring the Hangout there one
I
day,
was
so
just gonna
go
say
for it.
you should do like a, what is it called? Team building.
A team building?
Yeah.
Team building event.
Yeah. The rec.
That's
Just
what like
eating
all of
wings?
our parties are is team
throwing
building.
axes.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have a lot of team building. We have one coming up next Tuesday at the Garneau Metro Theater.
Hell yeah.
Actually, so one thing we didn't talk about yesterday.
What?
Well, you weren't here, so I didn't talk about it with Don or Will, but glad you're here. Top Golf coming to the area.
Yes, this is amazing.
Coming to Enoch.
They listened to our hangout because it was
Clearly.
announced right after our hangout when we were talking about Top Golf.
For those that missed it, River Cree announced a $200-some million expansion. They're adding another hotel. They're adding a pool. They're adding a lot of stuff. And part of what they also
So
announced
sick.
is that the first Top Golf in Canada is scheduled to open within 2 years.
This is amazing.
Out at Enoch.
This is
which
amazing.
Is why, like, I was never thinking Top Golf would come here. I was
neither.
thinking maybe we'd get that launch pad, which is in Calgary. And as we were talking about it last week, even said, like, it's not as good as Top Golf.
No.
It's a fun vibe.
Yeah.
If we get a full-on legit Top Golf, people, go check it out. Like, you don't have to be that much of a golfer to go enjoy yourself at Top Golf. Go do it.
We clearly manifested. That's what happened.
I don't want to wait till 26.
I just Tommy's story about the lights going down and then boom.
My dad being confused. And he's like, the power went out. I'm like, just relax.
Music just went.
And the one light with the beat. Boom, boom, boom. Then the next target with the beat. And then I was like, bam. And my dad's like, oh, what? Oh. I'm like, hit. And I'll say this, like, Launchpad looks nice. I know a lot of people have fun there. But it is a lesser version of Top Golf.
It's the Canadian version of it, which is usually lesser in those type of things.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, whenever
It's
we
Top
try
Golf
doing
light.
it, it's not the same.
Not, sadly. Now, if we're getting a 3-deck, 4-deck Top Golf with all the fixins, that'll be absolutely amazing. Best, as we said, we were talking last week, like date night.
I know. I was like, first
Just
thing
for
Tommy's
fun.
mind is like, yes.
Oh, I told you, golf dates are fun.
Yeah.
I will say
Well, Top Golf.
sponsorship for EST. Let's do the Hangout every day at
Hey, now.
Top Golf.
Yeah.
Or once a week. Let's take the Hangout at Top Golf.
So down.
The four of us could just be sitting there talking, and one person goes up and hits.
Exactly.
While the three of us talk and then sit down.
How much fun would that be?
Yeah.
Done. That's gotta
I
be
want
in
it.
the books.
I want that sponsorship.
And good on Enoch Cree Nation. The River Cree has been a go-to place. I know, there's talk about the gambling and stuff like that on the morning show. Yes, people have their vices, and but that has become a boon for the community there. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing too, to see it growing and expanding, like, well done. Hats off to them, and bringing another attraction like Top Golf. When I heard that it was a Top Golf, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Well done.
My mom texted me, Top Golf coming to Edmonton, and I missed it. I was just like thinking, I was going to click the link. I'm like, well, it's Launchpad or something.
That's the fear. It's
And then
like,
I read it, and it was Top Golf.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to want to be like to my mom, like, no, it's like Top Golf, but it's fun, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, it's actually Top Golf. Jeez. I will say this about River Cree too, like, for staff, because the Bear Howling Howler for years took place at the Shaw Conference Center. Before then it moved to the River Cree. And for staff, Shaw was amazing because we had a green room with free booze and food. It was great. It was wonderful. It was awesome.
a lot of fun.
Then we moved it to River Cree, and we didn't have that green room. So from that perspective, it was a little lesser. But I remember going to the first howler there going, like, how's it going to work at the River Cree? And I was like, from a concert going party perspective, it was better.
Like that
Really?
tent where they have the comedy shows, you're saying? Not tent.
Yeah, I
it's
guess
like
that's where it would have been.
They
Yeah.
renovated
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It was way better. Like, I felt from a perspective of, like, if I bought tickets to go to Howler, all of that,
Yeah.
it was better than what it once was.
I
at the
thought
River
it's
Cree.
more
They do some
intimate
great
than the
things.
Shaw Conference, that place, which makes parties more
Yeah,
fun,
and there was just
right?
more, like, the fact that, like, you could actually just walk out and go to the bet on the
the
casino,
Nino.
and there's
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
There's you could go there through rent.
I had a lot of my birthdays at the River Cree. Like when they don't have Touch anymore, but Touch was like the club to go to.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I remember. I love that place.
They've
It's
got
so
some great
beautiful
restaurants.
inside. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it was.
We
and it was
went
a
there
great
after the
spot.
Nasty Bash.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Food was good. A J1 money
EST
again.
Classic.
Yeah.
EST. Or did you guys go after Nasty Bash 2? It was after the
Oh,
EST
you went
Classic.
after the Nasty Bash as well?
No, it was just the EST
EST
Classic.
Classic.
It was after golf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was after
It was
golf.
after-
My bad.
I did
Yeah.
not need to go there.
But yeah, no, it was really good for the Howler when I went out there, and it's still out there. I can't remember who's performing the Howler this year.
Saint Asonia? Does that sound
That's right,
My
yeah.
brother is like,
Yeah.
he's like, can you please get me tickets? And I was like, yes, I'll talk to Jess.
Are you guys gonna go to that Halloween party?
I don't usually go to those type of things
love
like
Halloween
that.
parties.
that night?
So I didn't even know when it is.
Well, I was gonna talk to Dusty. Like, Dusty, can you do? And then I think he said on the radio already that the Howlers already won. But so can't we do an EST one?
No, it's.
Well, I was gonna talk to you about
I've never
something.
wanted to plan a Halloween. Like, to me, part of it is, and a lot of others came in, but the Howler was the event of Edmonton, and it's
Like an OG, I get that.
it was OG, and it
Yeah.
was
and
awesome.
so it's like I would defer to that one.
But it's rock
Yeah.
music, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Although, like, Herman B usually ends up DJing
He's
for parts of the night.
an
Great.
incredible
there.
DJ.
Great guy.
He is actually OG of our time. Like,
Yeah.
I remember going to all his stuff and like,
DJ Quick.
yeah, dude, those guys, great DJs. Very
their-
nice. They're very nice too.
It's their 30th. Saint Sonia, Bad Wolves, and Royal Tusk. I do like Royal Tusk.
Royal Tusk, yeah.
That's October 25th.
The lineup has always been rock solid for the Howler.
I remember seeing
Music
Sum
was.
41. The
Yeah.
first time actually they went to River Cruise, Sum 41, and they were great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was awesome seeing them.
Yeah.
October 25th. Do Oilers play that night? Oh, they do play Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also an Elks game that night.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy one for us. I knew I couldn't make it, even if I wanted to. But yeah, we're going to have to do the dual shows that night, right? You said there's an Elks and Oilers game,
Oilers played at 7.
or will one lead into the other?
Give me a quick second here. Great radio right
The
now.
schedule is going to get really busy here. And
Elks
our
play at
program is gonna be
7:30 at home. Oilers play at 7. So yeah, what would happen is you would be on from 6 to 7 with the Oil Stream pregame.
Mm-hmm.
Jay and I would be on from 6:30 to 7:30 with the Green and Gold kickoff show, both on YouTube. You would be on the audio stream until 7,
And then I'd kick it
we
to
could
you guys.
join in progress
Yeah.
on the kickoff show at 7:30. Your game starts at 7, so it'll be done about 9:30ish.
Yeah.
Ish around there.
Yeah.
Elks would go till about 10:30.
And we kick it to
So
you guys.
you guys would be able to go 9:30 until you guys are done.
And then
And we'd jump on whenever you guys, we'd start, and then whenever you guys are done, we'd throw it on. Actually, that'll work out, actually.
That's cool.
It'll balance out a little bit. You'll
you could do like
lose
a
a little
network.
bit of the Elks in there, but like also for the Elks, that's the last game of the season.
That's going to be important.
Or it might not be. I'm throwing it out there.
Oh.
Maybe it's not. Maybe the Elks have their playoff spot locked in. Maybe it's kind of, we're sitting in that spot where it's like, well,
5-8, man.
or the Toronto Argonauts, they might be a team that, let's say they make the playoffs, they might not be able to get a home playoff date. So they might not be playing a lot of players. And it
Right.
might open things up for the Edmonton Elks. So
point.
that week 21 is always a little weird. There was, I brought it up on the morning show today. CFL.ca had the simulations that they always do. I think it's like every week they posted. The Elks second best for winning the Grey Cup. Not making the playoffs or anything. Winning the Grey Cup, second best odds by, it was something 0.29 versus like 13.29 versus like 13.23 over the Elks. Second best.
Wow.
For the simulations of winning the Grey Cup.
Jess from the Bear. She's like,
Or Jess.
our Jess. What a nice name.
Hey, Jess.
She said October 25th, and it's almost sold out.
Nice.
It is. Nice
Wow.
work. So get your tickets now because the tickets were only $30 I saw.
That's a great price.
What am I taking a stand on? Norm says, holy bleep, Matt is making a stand.
Yeah, what? Did I miss it?
About what?
You getting feisty, Matthew?
Yeah.
Well, about what?
I don't know.
I haven't,
We're all in good
I haven't
spirits because
said
the
anything.
ESTY launch.
What are you talking about, Norm?
The ESTYs.
The
Announcements.
ESTYs nominations.
Yeah.
No.
I'm very concerned. Big U, Top Golf is legit so much fun. We're going in Vegas when we go we've gone in Vegas and we've gone the last few years, and it's
Yep.
always a time.
Yeah.
Vega.
Hello.
It's just, it is. I can't wait. And I'm intrigued what I did for Norm.
Great.
He's going to tell you what's up next Tuesday at the ESTYs.
Well, and he's up for a few awards.
Yes, he is.
He's got 2.
Right.
Norm, if you've missed them, you're up for part of the, your AM Nasty of the Year as well as
I'll
the most
find-
committed. AM Nasty of the year with the Combine crew.
I have a question for you guys in regard to you talking about week 21 and how it's kind of a weird week. And we've got, 3 teams on the bye this week?
Yeah. Winnipeg, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, and I was looking at the standings yesterday, and I was like, okay, since it sounds like Halifax is toast in terms of the 10th team, Quebec City, like, is that where the focus shifts, and how soon can we get something done there?
I think it does. I think I'll make this prediction.
Yeah.
We touchdown Pacific this year. I'm going to guess there's going to be like touchdown Quebec or something. I don't know what they'd call it, but something in Quebec next year.
Quebec.
That's what we heard, I think, last year from a lot of the reporters and stuff, was that eventually when it shifts, they're going to look at Quebec City, and you'd have to bring a game there to see how they would produce.
Val-d'Or is close by, right?
Is it Val-d'Or?
I think so.
I just saw, I don't know, where's Laval?
It's right outside of Montreal. That's where the airport is.
Never mind.
Yeah, my bad. Laval Rouge, or I confuse it with Val-d'Or.
Well, so that doesn't work. It's like they had I didn't realize they had like a 20,000 seat stadium they sold out this weekend for U Sports.
Yeah.
So that won't work. So I don't know what's in Quebec City.
But why couldn't you put, Laval's in Montreal.
That's what,
Yeah, sorry.
So that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It'd have to be whatever university's kind of closer to Quebec City, and I don't know my Quebec universities. I'm not going to lie.
Université de Québec.
Good one.
Thank you.
But that, like, it has to be, I think the shift turns to Quebec City. Mm-hmm. But if look, the NHL's dreaming 4 more teams to 36. If you're the CFL, I think you got to try to dream 3 more teams.
Well, where? I mean,
Quebec City is 1 to get you to balance to 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you need to get to 12. And it's, once you get to Quebec City, can you look at the Maritimes again and try to get that done? And if you do, can you look to Kelowna? I think the interior would be interesting. Because this league now, you only need 20 to 25,000 seats. Now you have the Saskatchewans and the Edmontons and the Winnipegs, and I'll throw Calgary in here to a degree, that you would like to get into the 30s, to 35s. But the rest of the league, you could be 20, 21, 22. Can you get 20,000 people that live in Kelowna, but also that are just in Kelowna in the summer to party, to go out and watch a CFL football game?
How big is Kelowna? Do you know?
I don't know.
Is it big?
I go there a lot, though. It is pretty big.
Yeah.
There's lots of traffic there, too, now. So, yeah, it's pretty big.
And you got to go around the lake.
Kelowna population's 132,000. So it's not the biggest. But then there's...
But then you have, like, surrounding places around Kelowna.
Yeah,
like Penticton, Oliver.
Penticton's another 33. I would say you're probably looking at a little over 200,000. Add on to the fact that, again, you would be looking for some tourists to come to this. Mm-hmm. That's where I look at, can you do a 12-team league where you do that? Or the flip side is, well, it's broken into 2. Do you go down south, either stay by the northern border, go to
Portland?
In Portland, yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, like, is there a place in the Dakotas that would support?
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Or and it sucks because immigration law or labor laws in the U.S. dictate that you cannot have the Canadian import rule for American franchise.
And I don't like that.
And so right off the bat, there would always be that imbalance.
Right.
But the one city I would look at if you're the CFL is St. Louis.
Where the Nighthawks play. They get 30,000 for UFL or XFL, UFL games. USFL.
Like, if you are actually wanting to go to the U.S., is there a way that you can add in a St. Louis? Because they don't have the NFL. The Baltimore Stallions did rather well in the CFL with attendance, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did.
St. Louis, they're not getting an NFL team anytime soon.
Right. And they're not the Nighthawks, they're the Battlehawks.
The Battlehawks.
Better name.
A more could you convince people in St. Louis to come out for 30,000 of them to watch? Again, you're not looking for 40, you're not looking for 50, you're not looking to sell out whatever the stadium is there now called. It used to be the Edward Jones Dome or whatever it was. Can you go sell 30,000 tickets in St. Louis and build in the St. Louis marketplace?
There is people in the U.S. kind of giggle at the CFL, I will say. And they're like, oh, You guys still doing that, huh? It's like, yes, very proudly. So I don't know. I like the idea, though.
Tube Socks, stay out of the U.S. Norman to Combine, U.S., no. Stitch for Life says Laval is in Quebec City.
It is?
Oh, my bad.
So now I'm going to have to
Laval
look.
was
That's where the airport is.
Laval University.
Oh.
Quebec City.
Oh, see, I wasn't
Thank you
off
for
my
that.
rocker.
So now then they're the one with the 20,000 seat stadium. So could you then, is that the place to go play? They play at TELUS Stadium. Oh no, this is it's 12,000 with 18,000 with standing room. Could you
Okay.
add some sort of added seating in there to make it what you need for the CFL?
Yeah. Adam in Quebec City says there is no university football program close to Quebec City other than Laval.
Oh, so
Okay.
and he said the city of Laval is in Montreal.
So Laval is in Montreal, but Laval University is in Quebec City.
So it's like the North Saskatchewan and the South Saskatchewan.
Is that what we're getting here?
It gets used in multiple places. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But there we go. Lieutenant Eric, CFL American expansion, Dakotas, Wyoming, Montana, etc. And I don't mind that.
Montana is very sparse. I love Montana. It's so scenic to drive through, but
It's on the list for a road trip.
yeah, it's
But they're not getting any other professional teams. So would they all come
No,
out,
but,
25,000 of them to come watch the Montana, their university teams, the Grizzlies. So I'm going to stick with
No, people moved to Montana to get away from that. A lot of celebrities and such live there, right? Just
Yeah, but they support their university or their
enough.
college teams. Like the Montana Grizzlies are one of the top university programs in second division college football. Their stadium holds 25,000. So they probably get close to 25,000 a game. That's more than enough for a CFL team. You don't need more than 25,000. You sell out 25,000 week in and week out, you're a successful CFL franchise.
I don't know. I think you're kind of you're going against like NCAA football here at this point, right? Which is a cult of a sport.
Yeah, but they love football so much they can't support two teams.
Billings is the biggest.
They can't
city
support
in
NHL.
Montana.
You think they're going to support
Montana? They're never going to be able to support NHL. They're not big enough for the NHL. The CFL's not the NHL.
No. Billings has 120,000 people. I don't know. I don't like the CFL in the U.S. expansion.
Me
again.
neither, because like even like as much as I love Association City and I'm trying to get everybody hyper for it when
Right.
it starts, it's even in the States. Believe it or not, they're not huge. It depends where you go. They're not huge into the NBA as well, as we just talked about the numbers of how many. What was it? The viewership is like very low. It's not even the double digits of millions. It's like what is it
For what?
Viewership of like NBA.
Where?
In the States. So I'm saying if you're trying to get like a CFL team going, I don't think it would work.
Well, I think in those cities it could. Just because, again, you're not looking for a lot. And they're never going to get a professional team in any other way that matters. They're not getting the UFL. They're not getting the NFL. So and America, like, we love hockey. We go and support the Oilers, and now, like, we saw 10,000 people a night from February on go support the Oil Kings still, too.
Yeah.
Now, we're all a much bigger population in that, but there's a lot of places in Canada that will support multiple hockey teams. That would be football in the States. So could you not get to those smaller college places in like the Idahos and stuff, or not the Dakotas and stuff, where they could support college on the one Saturdays and then they could watch the CFL on the Fridays?
I think it would be a tough sell.
Yeah, I think Maddie's dreaming.
My
about
hunch.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice reach though.
I don't think it'd be a tough sell there. I think it would be a tough sell. I think the issue would be in the end, and one getting, the labor laws.
Right. And that's the other, yeah.
If you add 3, 4, or 5 U.S. teams again, I think then in the end, if you get solid ownership,
Yeah.
then they stick, and the Canadian teams have a very tough time.
Let's get to 10 in the CFL. Let's get Quebec City going now that the maritime dream has ended.
Which is sad.
And then I know. Barry Getman via the inbox 780-218-9999 texts in and says, I lived in Kelowna for 13 years before moving south. While there is a decent population base from Vernon to Penticton, they're notoriously poor at supporting their sports teams. Even when the Kelowna Rockets were dominating the WHL, it was still a struggle to fill the stadium. Maybe an outdoor venue would be different, but I think it would be a struggle. That's from Barry.
I was going to suggest, and you are completely going to disagree with me because I get it, Vancouver's there, but Surrey, BC is huge. And they are, I think, the main fans of the Canucks are from Surrey. And they have the facilities. They have Abbotsford nearby to support like a major sports franchise.
Are they going to Lions games right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so then you can't bring in a CFL
because
team.
then, Vancouver or
The
BC
CFL is
would
not a
be-
league
I feel
that can
like
have two in
Surrey-
the same
but
market.
people
You
in
wouldn't even,
Surrey-
I wouldn't, like, you cannot put a team in Saskatoon. I stand by
Right,
that.
because the Riders fans would...
I understand, but people in Surrey also do not like to travel all the way to downtown. It is hectic. So they would like something around in their neighborhood.
Yeah, but is there, like, you're going to be eating into BC Lions lunch?
Yeah, and the Lions...
Because they need
Yeah.
to sell 30,000 tickets, and
It's
then
a
all of a sudden,
hypothetical. But yeah.
Surrey would have to also sell 30,000 tickets and stuff. So, like, maybe you could do two NHL teams in Vancouver one day,
Yeah, exactly.
long term. But CFL, they're not a league that you can have two in the same city, basically.
Yeah.
By the way, that stat was 4.53 million viewers for NBA. That's not very high. All across all ABC, ESPN, and TNT. A 12% decline in the previous year.
For regular season,
Yes.
that's because the regular season doesn't matter.
I can't wait for
What
NBA.
about the in-season tournament?
Well, but like the regular season, we know the majority of the teams that are going to make the playoffs.
Right,
at the
there's
start of
super
the year.
teams in the NBA now.
Then maybe that's
that
why there's
era.
a decline, right?
We
Yeah.
could
be,
sit,
yeah, good point.
We could sit there at the start of the NBA season, the three of us, and sit down and go, who are going to be the 8 teams in the West? Who are going to be the 8 teams in the
Yes.
East? Well, let's go. We can go 10. I'll include the playoffs.
Even Tommy knows.
And
Thank you.
of those 20 teams, well, I'll say just the 8, because they got the play in, whatever. I'll say 20. That's leaving 10 out of it. We're going to get 19 of the 20 right, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 18 out of the 20. Like, it's just going to be that certain. Whereas I think if we do it in hockey in a couple weeks, if we did it, of the 16 teams that make the playoffs, I bet we'd get 4 wrong.
Absolutely. Well, look at the Eastern
4 or
Conference.
5 wrong.
That race in the Metro Division. Remember, Philly fell out. They were in it all
Yep.
year. Detroit had a chance. Pittsburgh had a chance. Washington was in there and snuck in. The Islanders, were kind of up and down a little bit. There's 4 or
Did
5
the
teams.
Devils make the playoffs?
Devils
last year?
missed.
They missed it, right. And so they were one of those teams that people
Yeah.
thought big season coming up this year. Hockey
Seattle
has a lot
fell
more
out.
changes.
Right.
That isn't predictable. Whereas NBA, I think we could sit there and be like, yeah, check. They're in. We're good. See you come April playoffs. And I think that's reflected. To me, that's partly reflected in the TV numbers. Is that the regular season, you don't need to fully be there because, okay, cool, these guys are playing in this February.
It's not a must-see game.
It's not. It's a one of 82 that really don't matter. Get me to the playoffs. Because what would their TV numbers then would have been in the playoffs? NBA playoff.
In the meantime, Big Maple getting in there. Says, I think a team in Boise, Idaho or Coeur d'Alene would probably work as well, even though it's very far in the West compared to the rest of CFL locations. And then Coeur d'Alene, it doesn't have the biggest population, but it's right beside Spokane.
Okay, that number you throw, Jasmine, wasn't regular season.
Okay.
That was playoffs.
Really?
It was a 12% decline on the previous year's postseason.
Oh, wow.
That's still low.
Oh, that's a bit. That's
Yeah.
more concerning. I thought
Yeah.
just regular season. The fact that that's playoffs, that's the concern.
Yeah, because that's when
not
people
the NBA.
start watching,
But-
right? When it gets competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we look back on this last one, Warriors got knocked out,
By the conference final, we knew who was going to the finals.
and there was no, and like
Yeah.
the Nuggets were knocked out. There was no LeBron. As much as people want to hate the LeBron and stuff, there was no LeBron factor anymore.
That also could have been an issue, though. A lot of people are Lakers fans.
Oh, exactly. And the Celtics then just looked too good,
Right.
Yeah, they were. We all knew they were going to win.
and the NBA Finals weren't even close.
Yeah. Yeah, there's sweeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that partly I think hurts it. I think that's just making full excuses for the NBA. There was obviously some other stuff there.
Yeah.
But I think the playoff matchups this year just weren't as strong as you would have liked.
I could agree to that. But still looking forward to it this year.
Stupid Celtics.
I noticed that nobody, like not even the morning show, you guys didn't talk about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Is it Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, I want your guys' 2 cents. What do you guys think?
He just
On Kendrick.
did it. He was part of it a couple of years ago.
The California.
Yes.
Yeah.
LA.
Okay.
Lamar Kendricks.
So do you guys not know that this could be kind of a shot at Drake?
I don't think the NFL's taking a shot at Drake. I don't think the NFL cares about Drake.
Yeah.
Apparently there's like an insider, okay?
Go on.
With the NFL.
See, this is why you're here, because these are the things I need to know.
What's up?
What?
What's up, Hernan?
Why-
Your 2 cents?
What's going on, Hernan?
Hernan literally just popped his head in and left.
Yeah, just had a big smile on his
Big Drake guy.
Is he?
I don't know.
Okay, I want to know more about this.
Okay, all right.
What's the theory?
There's a controversy right now because it should have been, if it's a NOLA, Narlands, it should have been offered to Lil Wayne. But Lil Wayne is Drake's boy. So they're like saying it's an intentional shot at Drake through Lil Wayne.
I think the NFL doesn't care in this instance.
I don't think they're part of this beef.
Yeah, I think they're staying out of it. This is not a Roger Goodell thing. Where he's like, you know, guys, Lil Wayne, it's in NOLA this year. We should be giving it, but he's tight with Drake. So we're going with Kendrick.
A lot of these
Rogers' team, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
He's in, like, there's the whole beef. He's talking about in the offices before they get into any NFL business. Did you hear the latest diss track, guys?
And his Eddie Bauer pullover and his
Eddie Bauer.
Dockers kahake pants.
How do we help our boy, Kendrick?
Yo, maybe they're woke. Hey?
Yeah. As much as I wish that was the case, I feel like it probably isn't.
Jerry Jones on the conference call. Yo, Roger, 100%. Kendrick, man.
Yeah.
We got to get in on this.
Can we get Conway Twitty to open for Kendrick? Jerry, he's been dead for a while.
I just don't get why because, like, and I know it wasn't just his show, but he was just there. This year, the NFL, get someone different. Get
I
someone
agree
new.
with you. Someone from the hometown, though. And like,
I don't even care about that. Because they like.
But Lil Wayne has had bangers upon bangers from our generation to today's generation. Like this guy.
Isn't he in Vegas now, Lil Wayne?
Oh, is he having a residency?
I didn't know this.
No. Like, he's always at... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Lil Jon. My bad. I'm getting my Lil guys confused.
Little guys.
My bad.
Lils.
Yeah, my Lil's getting crossed up, yo.
Like hip hop, but like hip hop artists, I think like Cameron, Mace, who is a legend. Nicki Minaj lost it on Twitter last night, like
Because of this?
because of Kendrick, they're all like Drake people. Like they're saying that why do you have?
Isn't it wrong to be a Drake person right
I'm
now?
sorry, they're all Lil Wayne people. Like they're all,
okay.
But Nicki's Drake.
Like, because
Cameron
I
and
think it's
Mace
hard
are
to
like-
say I'm pro Drake right now with some of the.
Some of the what?
Well, Kendrick
Some
says
of the
one
what?
allegation, and like Drake basically told on himself. It seemed like.
Do you think this beef is made up just to get everybody talking
Yeah,
about it?
No.
it could be.
No, it's
It could
legit.
be.
I mean, a guy
When
did
you're
get
going
shot.
into pedophilia,
Oh, boy.
like
which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
that's
crazy.
when
and
it's
showing
like
someone's home and stuff.
that's the right off that where it's like you're not doing that for beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're now actually taking a shot at the guy.
Okay.
Kendrick has Compton and a lot of Cali people behind him, right? That's the thing. And Kendrick is obviously spits sick lyrics, but Drake does too. It's just I don't know who to believe. But Kendrick, going back to the halftime show, Kendrick is from Compton. You had probably the best point that he already kind of had his time to shine. Was it lazy? Was it because of all this controversy? That's what I'm saying. There has to be some insider information here that if someone that doesn't like Drake and Drake's crew, hence Lil Wayne. But who's to say Kendrick could bring out Lil Wayne?
Though. This is good.
What? Okay, let's go back to talk about hypothetical CFL spots.
No,
This is why I like having you on.
Now,
Because
okay.
I wouldn't have known that part of all of this. I just saw the Kendrick Lamar news and I immediately saw it on NFL Countdown. I was like, really? No, but I didn't know of the connections to Drake and stuff.
I didn't know about that either, and this is getting a lot of texts. All right,
Awesome.
so great one in all caps. Super Bowl halftime show should be Weird Al. Okay. Brock texted in and says Lil Wayne is a huge Packers fan, though not a Saints fan. And
Okay,
then
good
this
point.
one says Drake's been accused of grooming for years.
Yes, and well, then that's what it came out for. Kendrick basically called him out for that.
Wow.
And then Drake said like, I didn't sleep with this, and he like named a person.
Oh.
and it was
And
like,
that person came out and says true.
what's true?
Like people come out in defense of Drake.
Oh, yeah,
for
but it was also like, why you like Kendrick didn't call you out for that. Like he didn't say you groomed this person. he just said you groom people, and then Drake's like, I didn't groom this person. Like,
This is messed up. And you know what? I guarantee you, because it's getting this much attention, I guarantee somebody, not Roger Goodell at the NFL, is keeping tabs on this stuff just in case, because you don't want to have that kind
It's
of
all cloud.
association.
okay, well, where does Jay-Z stand in all this?
Very good point.
Because his Rock Nation, or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
they've been hired to pick these halftime shows for a long time. So does he would know about these
Is he
beefs.
getting, right?
Yeah, Maddie, I can't believe I'm impressed by this.
So maybe actually in the end, the Roger Goodell, and they just thought, oh, Kendrick Lamar, cool.
It's Dockers.
But it was actually Jay-Z getting involved.
Maybe
Maybe
but
he's
Jay-Z
full-
also stays out of it,
Well,
right?
maybe,
Him and
maybe he's
Beyonce
not.
both, right?
Maybe he's
Yeah.
not. Maybe this is his way of sending his shot at Drake, going, I'm Team Kendrick.
Ooh.
Ooh, no.
And then what does Queen Bee think of all of this?
Right?
Hey.
Queen Bee apparently, and I'm not a country person. I think Tommy's not a country person. I don't think Maddie looks like a country person. But I guess now there's controversial stuff with her album not being nominated or a song not being nominated for the CMAs or something.
Is it that good?
As a woman that does like Beyonce, I didn't like her album. I thought it was boring.
And that's fair.
It's because you're not a country person.
But was it a country album?
It was
Yes.
a country
Yes, it
album.
was.
Oh, legit?
Yeah, she
But
came out
was
with
it
a
that
country
good?
album.
No,
One of her songs
marketed
was
as-
huge on TikTok.
Yeah, it's a really annoying one. Texas Hold'em.
Well, maybe that's why it
Yeah.
didn't get a nomination.
But it was actually huge.
Like,
Maddie's right.
okay. Now, if her album went to country people in the country music industry and they're like, hey, we want to nominate Beyonce for a country album for album of the year on the countryside, and they listened to it and hopefully objectively we're like, we enjoyed this, but no, there's better country music albums.
And there
out
probably is. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. In fairness, and I do like a banger here and there, a nice country banger here and there, you know?
Oh, it's pop rock with a fiddle is what. country
Whatever,
music
something
has
that's
become.
catchy. I don't know, something that's good. I see it on my Spotify, whatever, new song, I'll listen to it. So I think I do, and I have swagger, like, let's be honest. But like, so, yeah, I think it was.
Stay humble.
Yeah, I think it was a fair thing to say that Beyonce
She's
didn't
got some
deserve
drip.
it. Yes, I'm not wearing my drip today.
Okay.
I still gotta wear like a nice outfit for
You
guys
look
to see.
great.
Oh, thank you.
Official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Stock. It is the High Product Marketing. Official
Sorry,
merch
Booski.
partner of EST, thehighproductmarketing.com. Portions of this hour are brought to you by The Hive. We are getting closer and closer. I'm just going to fully work out on the pop-up store.
Speaking of drip.
Ooh, please share.
Perfect. Well done.
Thanks.
Need to get to AccuSteel or Road Warriors, brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas equipment, highway transportation, quality, innovation, integrity, trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large loads. AccuSteel.ca. We'll just throw out there our Canadian men's national team. They're out in Texas
Let's
to take
go.
on a friendly against Mexico tonight. That gets going at 6:30. The Toronto Blue Jays, they're actually playing right now. They're home though to the Mets. Mets lead the Jays 1-0. That one in the bottom of the fourth. Apologies that I didn't do spoilers before that one. But the Jays season's over. So if you're really upset, be more upset with them.
How about Bo Bichette saying he wants to play with Vladdy for the rest of his career and he hopes it's in Toronto? Like around the All-Star game, he was talking pretty openly about potentially
Leaving?
playing in other cities, and I was like, what a turn of events. Unless
know
it's just lip service. But
Maybe just late in the season, try to win the Jays fans over before
Yeah,
you bolt.
yeah.
I don't know when his free agent contract, like if he's the UFA right at the end of this year or whatever.
We got to get both of those guys done, I think.
Jen,
Oh.
Lemonade was the best album. I freaking agree with you so much. Even though the music videos were fire. It's when you really want to hate on a man's, that's what you got to listen to. Okay, sorry.
No, that was great.
Okay.
I didn't know what happened there, but
She cannot perform another Super Bowl halftime show. She's been a part of too many of them now.
I enjoy Beyonce.
She's great.
Yeah.
Great
She did a
show.
full one. She's been a
did
part
Commonwealth.
of two of them or something.
Yeah.
And she didn't sell out.
Yeah, I guess she didn't sell out. I went
Too
to
expensive?
that. Great. Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
very expensive. Great show.
Was
Great
that
show.
expensive?
Yeah.
at the time?
Yep. I had lower bowl for like a couple $100.
Pink sold out, pretty much. So is Pink better than Beyonce now?
Okay, wait a
Oh,
second.
start
Don't
the
even Pink.
controversy.
Okay, don't come at me, peeps. But there's a difference between a good show and if you really like the artist. So if I had free tickets to Pink, I bet you I'd be like, "Wow, it was a great show." Not a super fan of Pink's music.
But she sold more tickets here in Edmonton.
Yeah, I agree. It looked lit.
She's-
Production looked great. When you have great production, that's what you pay
makes
for.
a show.
Yes.
If that's why, and I don't know how the show was. Kings of Leon is one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
I went once because all they did was stand there and play their music.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't like this. And then I had some friends go like 5 years ago to a Kings of Leon show.
Yeah.
And they said like they were excited, and I was like, oh, okay. And then when I talked to them later, they said it was the same type of thing. They just stood there and played their music.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if I want you to just hear you play your music, I could throw on your CD, throw you on Spotify.
Yeah.
I need a show. I need more.
Paid money.
Give me more.
To see something.
And so like Metallica, I would have actually liked to. If somebody gave me tickets to go see Metallica, knowing what it was now, I would have went. Because it looks like there's a full production behind it.
100. Me too. I'm not a heavy metal fan, obviously, but man, I bet you I would have had a blast. Like,
That'd be sweet.
It looked great. It looked absolutely great.
You need to have stage production and stage presence.
Yes.
And if you don't have, and that's why Pink, like, I don't know if the rest of the Pink show looked cool. All I saw was her flying around,
which was sad.
That looks cool.
The acrobats.
I don't know if I'd want to see the whole show.
Yeah.
But that part was cool, at least.
I thought it was really neat.
It's a good idea.
We've got people fired up, which is great. Couple more texts coming in late. As a country guy, it was garbage. Complete garbage. Talking about Beyonce's country album. Neil says, B's album was okay. There is better music that has come out, but her album was huge in sales, so I agree the nomination should have been made. Other country news, the CCMAs are in town this weekend. Excited to attend. Cheers, Neil.
Neat.
Hey, how about them getting Katie Lang to come back and perform some country with her old band?
Really?
I think she's going into the Country Music Hall of Fame, Canadian Country Music Hall.
Did not know that. Didn't know it was this weekend. I knew the awards were coming. I didn't know it was this weekend.
At Rogers, I take it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, then downtown will be lit.
Should be. There's going to be a lot of cowboy boots and big old belt buckles and
cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats. Get
Cowboy
your 10-gallon hat.
Elks don't play this weekend.
Yeah.
So
And
There
we're
you
probably
go.
going to get some of those Calgary Stampede fake Cowboys coming up too. All right.
The last of
Yeah.
the summer weekend. The last, milk it, guys.
don't
I
say
know.
sad,
I don't think
sad.
milk it. Just
today's
milk it.
20 degrees.
Maybe I'll go to Honey finally.
Ooh, you'll love it. Say hi to Scotty.
Scotty.
Tell him I sent you.
Congratulations to all the finalists as we announce the 22 awards finalists for the ESTYs, which will take place next Tuesday at the Metro Cinema. Show at 7 o'clock. Get your tickets by emailing me Matt at edmontonsportstalk.com. I will throw those up on our website over the next day or two. So if you want to see who the finalists are, edmontonsportstalk.com, ESTYs at the very top, or just go back and re-listen to the Hangout. We did it here where we announced all of them. So it's going to be a wild night. It's going to be a ridiculous night. It's going to be a fun night. But congratulations to our finalists. We're getting close to awarding the prestigious ESTYs to various people next week. And if Tommy doesn't win a draft of the year one, it will be
Come on now.
it'll be a little bit of a surprise.
Come on now.
Got a 75% chance.
Yeah,
Upset of the night.
statistically, I would
If
bet on
that's what
Tommy.
happens, yeah.
We didn't even talk a lot of football today, but it's okay.
No, we didn't.
NFL.
I
We
like
can do
the
it Thursday. I'll be in
Super
on
Bowl
Thursday.
beef was great. Yes.
We do have something on Thursday also. We need to carve out a little bit of time
Okay.
for.
Sick.
BB.
Oh, we can talk about it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm caught up until eviction last week. I didn't see Sunday this week.
Okay, I'm all caught up.
Perfect. We'll get a little for Penner's Pancakes.
Yeah.
For Norm. I think Box Pounder. We'll get you a
For the
little bit
five
of
nasties on
We'll
like
get you a
it.
little bit of BB coverage on the Hangout this week. Tomorrow, Craig McTavish, his son Sean McTavish, right here on the Hangout here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Coming up next, it is the Lock Shop. Dusty and Huss. Huss has to take accountability for yesterday. That's coming up on the Lock Shop at noon. It's two guys and a goalie, Gager and Cass with Dusty. It's EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager, and then it's the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. That is live coverage until 6 o'clock right here in your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, Edmonton Sports Talk. Thanks for tuning in to the Hangout. On behalf of Tommy, Jasmine, I'm Matt. Again, thanks for watching. Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today